Hello and welcome to the Life is Storytelling End of the Year Game Awards for the year 2025. This is our end of the year awards, pretty much for mostly things gaming. We do have a bit of like free fall going with some of the awards at the top here, where we do get our own personal stuff to talk about. But it's going over all things 2025 and kind of beyond because, as you know, if you listen to the show, we just piggybacked off of the game, like Jeff Keighley, the Keeleys, we'll call them,
Right.
going over our picks for those, stuff like that. Like I've already stated, like, yeah, my game of the year is Death Stranding. Ernest has already gone well over into Expedition 33, and they dominated at the Game Awards. Incredible stuff. But to make that a bit different, of course, we still have our own personal awards to go over for the year involving those new releases. But our main event, our main award for the show at the end of this is going to be our game of the year. Not from this year. It's essentially a backlog award, just going over the things that we've played this year that weren't new. They can be as recent as last year, and of course beyond. But we'll see what we get when we get there. But Ernest, before we do any of that, happy day after your birthday, my man. How you doing?
Oh, let's go. We're 37 out here, baby. We're 37.
37.
Look at us just going.
He's
Just
almost doing
going.
it.
I'm wearing athletic gear right now. So I just
Athletic
feel like,
gear, dog. He's just
you
running.
know,
He's just going so fast.
yeah. I look like a Pee-wee coach, bro. But the it started off good, man. It
That's
started
awesome.
off good. So we're just gonna keep those vibes going,
Hey,
baby.
man. Oh, that's
Absolutely.
awesome. I'm happy it started
Yeah.
off so well. Obviously, I'm happy that you're here, you're able to spend time with me the day after your birthday.
Dude, this is one of my favorite things to do in the world. I say it every time. And
And that's
like
fine. That's okay.
on like days that are important to me, like
Yeah.
this is always like a perfect thing to do.
Hell
So
yeah. Hell
like
yeah.
I've had like bad days and like we come on here and do this and I'm like, oh, I needed that, you know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah, dude. It's just a
And
little
then
nerding
but
out
like
quarter.
on the good days too, it's like and
Yeah.
later on I get to podcast, baby. Let's do
Hell yeah. Hell
it.
yeah.
You know?
And
So
this is our first time doing
yeah.
it on video. And then we'll, of course, see how far, much further we can jump from this to next year, see what differences we can make at that point. But we're always trying to grow, trying to evolve and whatnot. But yeah, this is always a big time for us. We're very excited,
Yeah.
very much looking forward to going over our awards, our categories. We start out with 6 personal awards. We can go over anything. If you listen to our TikToks, our shorts, we do say we are like, if you want to follow us for news, reviews, and all things nerdy. And that's kind of where the all things nerdy spot is going to be. Because when we get to what we call our mainstays, those are going to be 100% gaming for the most
Mhm.
part. So
Right.
yeah, we're gonna see what this free fall is. But yeah, let's get started with it, man. I'm so curious what yours
Let's
are,
go.
and there will be
Let's
four
go.
nominations per. It's dude, let's go, let's go, let's end 2025 on a banger. So my first award is favorite animated series. So we're not even starting with games. My favorite.
Wow. Okay, I didn't see it going that way. Let's get it. Okay.
Because on the reg, I watch a lot of animated stuff. But this year, there was just a lot. There was a lot, and I will say a couple of things ended up here because I did include anime. I could obviously do a whole word just
Right.
dedicated to anime, but I don't want to go above our 6 spots, and I
Dang.
like how I've spread this out. And
And you
yes,
got it down to
to
4, right?
four, to
Crazy.
four.
Okay. Okay.
I will say the honorable mention for this one, because Gachiakuta definitely recommend. It's a newer anime, and it was on this list until I realized, oh, its last episode is this weekend, so it's not over. And that brings me
Ah,
to my
okay.
thing.
You're going
I
with
only have things on
completed.
here that have finished. If it's a
Right.
season of an anime, that's fine, but it has to be finished by this point. So yeah, that's just what we're going with, and it is going to be a blend of whether it be like just animation, like American animation, or of course, Japan animation, which is anime. So here are my nominees. I do have Common Side Effects, an Adult Swim series that came out earlier this year. It has a lot of the animators on there from a show that we both loved, Scavenger's Reign, and it's incredible. It's a really, really good show. It's psychedelic as hell, and it comes off as a comedy, and there are some really funny parts. But man, when that
There's
show
some
gets
serious
going,
stuff too.
yeah, big pharma stuff, like government conspiracy
Nah.
stuff, and it just won't stop going. And we're already greenlit for another season. I'm all ready for it. Very stoked. Go check it out. I know they all have small faces. Uh,
They got like big heads and small
big head,
faces,
small
bro.
faces.
Dang.
Yeah. And
Like
after a few
sometimes I
episodes,
feel like my futures are close together, but
not
like
quite like
I
that. It's
see
not
them, it's
necessarily
not like that.
unnatural,
Yeah,
but it's definitely like it makes the funny parts a bit funnier. But outside of that, it takes like an episode or two to be like, oh, this is serious. There's some serious things happening. But when the psychedelic stuff hits, holy crap! That's where you see the scavenger dream. Like it's where it's like, oh man, it's so good.
oh man, because
Um,
they know they do that well,
oh dude, yeah,
very
absolutely. Also,
well.
go watch comments. I'm not comment side effects, but go watch Scavenger Train. It's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah,
My next nominee up here is the final season of a show that I just could not put here, and it just ended
certainly.
last weekend. And I do not have a wrestling award, so thank you, John Cena, for what you've done. But I also had to say goodbye to Deku in the show My Hero Academia. Their final season was so good. We had a lot of people fell off. Was like the worst animated season. It's still a good story, but like when you're used because those first few seasons the animation's so good, and of course the
Right.
story's good too. But when you have that drop off you're already getting like multiple years between seasons, especially during COVID, of course. No hate, but it just happens. It's easy. It's like when you see something that's not as visually pleasing as it was before, it can be easy to fall off. I'm guilty of that too, man. But last year I rewatched the whole series. I've been reading the manga to prep me for this year, the final season, and oh my god, the emotions, the fucking emotions, dude. I cannot. It just destroyed me. I teared up so much in that final episode. There's supposed to be an OVA still hopefully coming out later this year. I don't think that's going to be this year. I think it's going to be next year. Because there is one more chapter. They released as like out of nowhere. They released one more chapter that like had a time skip after the final events of My Hero, and it's just a chapter. It's small, so like if they do an OVA about that, it's probably I don't even know if you can fill up 20 minutes with that, but it gives you a lot of stuff you're gonna want to see, and I hope they do it. But it's still a great ending point
And
for the show.
and it the animation stepped back up along the
Yeah.
way.
Oh yeah, this is up there with anything you can think of.
So like just get through that season and then you're back on
Yeah,
track.
and it's
Pretty
not
much.
even that bad. It's just you're gonna notice it in
Uh,
comparison.
and
Like
I
in
think I saw some of it. I don't know. I forget where I left off.
it's
I'm gonna
called
have
the
to
My
find it though.
Villain. It's the My Villain arc where you're following the
But
bad guys.
the amount of like Deku and John Cena stuff that
Yeah,
was out there, like memes and like
yeah,
like
I'm
people
so
like crying
happy.
and it's them two standing in the
I'm so
background and
happy.
stuff.
The
Like,
whole
oh
"you're
dude, it's
next,"
amazing.
it got me,
Yeah.
bro. Oh god. But you know what? Deku didn't tap. Anyway, so but
Damn.
also Deku didn't have to do what my boy gone through, so this is how it
Yep.
be.
Yeah.
My next one here is the last anime I do have on this list, and it is one I strongly recommend, especially if you have Netflix. I feel like everybody has Netflix at this point. This summer, Hikaru died. If you love horror, if you love coming of age, and if you just love a good mystery, it's incredible. And of course, great animation, because literally it starts off with a kid. His name's Hikaru. He dies. And what happens is this
What?
creature, we don't really know what he is. There's a good bit more known as you get to the end of the season. It's only 12 episodes, but it kind of looks like an amoeba that fuses in with his body, takes over his body, and tries to pass off as being human. And the first thing he does as he's trying to pretend to be human is go hang out with who was Hikaru's best friend. And immediately he's able to tell. Because like, hey, bro, you're not the guy. Like, you're not my dude. But of course, it's very serious. It's pretty sad, and it does go to some pretty dark places. But there's only highs here. There's just so much of a mystery because there's other spooky things going on around. There's a whole risk factor to even being around a creature like this, and the whole part of him because you would call him a monster. He's just Hikaru, but he's not actually him. But at the same time, by the time you get to the end of this, it's just it's just a kid who's not actually like a real kid, but it's just somebody wanting to like exist. And that there's so much to unpack with that, and they do a really good job with it. And again, already greenlit for season two. Strongly recommend. Last thing on here, I guess part of this it's like half anime. So it's an animation anthology, and that is Star Wars Visions season three. It's so good. It's not my favorite season, and I say that because there's not enough Sith stories. Because season two, Go watch season two, dude. There's stories on there that you think, oh, where are we going? Oh, we're going here. That chick is a Sith. All her friends are dead. But yeah, no, this one still very good. The animation quality and just diversity of it, because no episode looks the same. I love it. I love me a good animation anthology. I did consider doing the Fujimoto animation anthology, but that just all animation is great, but I just not those stories didn't hit as hard as the visions here. But I gotta give this to I'm biased, man, and I dude, goodbyes hit so hard. I'm giving it to My Hero. That last season is so good. It is so good, and yeah, it's a shonen, and it's one of those that is like it's a pick me up. It's a pick me up
Mm,
shonen. It's gonna be like, hey, you didn't lose the whole class, but you watch them all fight tooth and nail to get to where they are. And damn it, man, if you don't feel proud of these kids, it's so good. And Deku cries so much, and I understand so many of the toxic
he
fandoms. Like he's such a
he cries
crybaby,
like fat ass tears too,
badass
so
tears, and
it's
he's not the
even
only one. But
sadder.
yeah. But dude, by the time you get to the end of this, man, you're right there with him, and I just love it so much. And I love because how long it's been running. We're kind of reaching this point because it's a big thing like with Vash the Stampede, but also we got Tanjiro and Demon Slayer, which when will that ever end? And this here, some of the best animated protagonists. They don't have to be badasses. They're just kind.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
just preaching love and peace, and you got to appreciate that. And then on the back end of that, they're just strong. But yeah,
yeah. Believe it.
believe it. Or what's the version? Peace and love, or whatever he was singing. Dude, go watch Dragon. Go watch Dragon. But yeah, that is my first one. My Hero Academia. Shout that out. Go Plus Ultra. Ernest, what is your first award, man?
All right, so mine is coming back from last year. It is favorite character design.
Okay.
And this is regarding everything about the characters in a video game.
Okay.
So, from the way that they look to their costumes to their personalities to
Okay.
like everything about these characters, the depth behind them,
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Beautiful.
So, my first nominee here is Expedition 33.
Of course.
Easy.
I was like, it has to be
Yeah,
there, man. Yeah.
especially when it comes to the depth part, right? I mean, because they look fantastic. This is a beautiful game, and everything, everybody in their different outfits and the different things that you can put them in, even like the way you switch their hair.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, there's so much there. Each character is really going through some things here. Situation that they're in the first place. So you explore some really deep, dark thoughts, and some really happy ones as well. And just that whole ride is made from those characters is probably the best part of the game.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot because it's a great game, right? So it's up there. Um, my next one is Dispatch. Once a throwaway, like because like costumes and things like this, you know, they're well enough for a superheroes and things like that. Gaming is pretty spot on and stuff like that. But like, oh, where you go with each one of these characters again, like it is quite them to be able to be unique the way that they are. I love it. Next one is Ghost of Yote. You look at our main character, most definitely,
Mhm.
the different outfits that she can be out here with, the different armor and stuff like this. I'm a sucker for the Japanese stuff.
For sure.
Um, but even when you're just walking around looking at regular people in like one of their little cafes or bars or whatever it is, like
Mhm.
everybody has different outfits and they're all like really bringing the world to life. And especially the way that the Yote 6
Oh, dude, yeah.
is styled, like from their like just evil ass personalities. They're very villainous, but like to their masks that they wear and things like this. Oh man, the masks in that game are beautiful.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
very cool.
And
Even the
I
snake,
love that
so good.
you get to take them. Yeah, dude. Yeah. And that's like first five
Right,
minutes, you
right, right,
know?
right.
So yeah, yeah, I love it. Next up is Death Stranding 2 because Kojima's a madman.
He is
He's
a
a
madman.
madman,
He's
and
insane.
we love it, and we love it. But like, it is so good, man. You look at, I mean, the new characters that we have in here, also the returning characters, the ones that maybe you saw coming later on, just popping up. I mean, what's his name?
Die Hardman.
Die Hardman. Yeah, Die
Die
Hardman.
Hardman's
Oh
vessel.
man. Oh, dude. So spot on. It's
I
so
love
spot
it so
on.
much, man.
And like so much of it is like silly, you
Yeah,
know, but when it turns on that serious switch, it gets so
so
real.
serious. Yeah,
I was so along for that ride. And he goes places where nobody really goes because nobody thought of going there in the
right.
first fucking place. And like you think about tomorrow, her character design, the things that she's able to do in combat, the way that she's like learning to be a person
Yeah.
and things like this, and it's very much a standout for the year
Hell yeah.
as far as character design goes. So I'm going with Expedition
Of course. I get
30.
you. I
Yeah,
get you.
yeah. Just because especially because we are taking into account, like I am with this
Yeah.
award, their personalities and their depth and
Yeah.
things like this. And I mean, I some of those conversations with CL, like I was thinking about these things not just like a couple of weeks ago, like around my mom's birthday and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like, man, like it's things in there that these characters said to one another that is going to stick with me forever.
Yeah.
And then like for me to be able to like picture exactly what she looked like, she had on her little white uniform at that point.
All the
And
white
like
uniforms look great, man.
yeah, dude. And I was like, just picturing that. Like I remember it so vividly. And I can't put anything else above it,
That's
but
fair.
I really wanted to give it to Dispatch. Let me be real.
Oh, I feel you.
Um,
I feel
but
you.
but yeah, for the criteria here, we're gonna go with Expedition 33.
Hey, man, I respect it. I respect it. Because it's yours. Don't catch that shit over
Thanks.
here. No, I'm just kidding. No, I totally respect it. So my next one here, I do want to say, yeah, this is my last one that has nothing to do with games. So don't worry about it.
Okay.
But my next one has to do with a medium that I've jumped back into this year very heavily, and this is going to be favorite comic slash graphic novel. Um, because man, when I hopped in, dude, I just couldn't stop. I read every day. I read every single day now. And like there were some days it's been very busy at work lately, but there were some where I was like reading multiple graphic novels like a day, and that's why I have plenty of things to put here. I will say some of these things are ongoing comics.
Mm,
So it's just if I've read up to what's available, they're on here if they're that good for me.
yeah.
So reading going into this, I have Absolute Martian Manhunter. From the art specifically, that could alone be enough to get it here, but it is also a very good story. Martian Manhunter is a character I don't see a lot. Like, yeah, he was one of the. If you watch the Justice League animated series, he's one of the starting dudes there, and that was probably primarily my start with him. John Jones and dude, his voice was so good. But he's definitely shown up here and there since then. But here in this comic, it's just such the absolute universe. It's like the normal universe, but things are twisted. But like it's such a jump to go from Batman who he doesn't have money and his rogues gallery is just literally like just eldritch creatures from freaking HP Lovecraft and they keep getting worse. But to this where Martian Manhunter if anything is almost like a just a concept of a man with what could easily be described as just like like if you boringly put it together like it's like some type of psychic ability mixed with empathy, but God, does the artwork take it so much further than that, along with the story. And just today, I ordered my first piece of book art that I'm going to be hanging in my room, and it comes. Dude, I'm so excited, and it's from
Mm.
Absolute Martian Manhunter, and I just love it so much.
It's beautiful. It's
Yeah,
awesome. I
yeah.
encouraged him to buy that,
He
by the way.
did.
He was
He
like,
did.
"Should
I
I
wasn't
get this?"
sure.
I was like,
I wasn't
"Yes,
sure.
dude, that's awesome."
But I'm very excited to get that. But the other one I do have here. um, is Invincible. I read the entire Invincible comic series this year. And I did so when I say I read the whole thing, I started off where the last season ended. Because I didn't read anything before that. From my understanding, there are some changes, but nothing major has happened yet. But I'm of course not going to spoil it. But I will say, because I really liked the show, and I really liked where the show was going. Um, and now that I've read the comics, I'm literally like, what a, because I'm just like, dude, it hasn't started. Dude, there's so much. It is
It
nowhere
hasn't
near done.
started.
No,
That's crazy.
it's crazy. Yeah, because he's very much still just a boy. But yeah, dude, Invincible is great. Everything you've heard hype wise is absolutely valid. Um, I don't know anything about the side stuff. They even have like an ongoing series that just recently started with the lion guy. I don't remember his name. Beastar. I mean, I think they have
Oh
a
yeah, but he
yeah,
just loves to fight.
and
His
he
he's Fit Finley, and he
pretty
loves to fight.
much. But apparently those side things are cool too. But from what I read of the mainline series, I absolutely love it. And I do think because there are going to be some things implemented because they already said that like from this last season we got a little glimpse of like the demon dude who was the detective from season one. And
Right,
apparently that was not included in the comics and where that the stuff from there is going to be like something that they wanted to add but they couldn't. I just really hope that they keep the ending of this series because it's perfect, and I do not get to say that a lot about a lot of things, comics or
right.
otherwise. But it's a great, it's so good. Very excited for that. My next one on here is probably my favorite comic, just totally like in general, and that is Something is Killing the Children. I love this series. It has gotten picked up by Blumhouse. It is going to get an animated series and a live action movie. I'm curious how that's going to go. Of course, you can see me championing that animation first, baby. But I'm just happy that this is getting something. And they're getting a DC tie-in next year with Something is Killing the Children Swamp Thing, and I'm so curious what we're doing with that. I'm all here for the creativity. But this series is dark. It is very dark. You cannot.
Sounds like it just from the title,
Right.
you
Because
know.
guess what? There's something killing the children, and you see it. And the times you don't see it, you're stuck there, like listening to a child go over like the psychological effects of having them watch their whole family be devoured. And it's so much. And your main character, Erica Slaughter, they pick up the last name when they join an organization. It's not necessarily that on the nose when you meet her, but the organization is so cool. Her unwillingness to conform to this just soulless organization that's like we're killing the creatures, we're not caring about the humans, we're saving along the way, and she's like I want to care about them, and that is so much harder, and it is so hard watching this awesome girl just take all that on because literally it would be easier just to not care about these kids. Look at Gunther, fuck them kids. But yeah, it's awesome. We've been in a prequel kind of loop right now where we're getting a lot of backstory. A big thing happened with her, and then it cut to just us learning about her upbringing and the people around her that she's loved and lost and stuff like that. And we're getting back to the main story next year. Very excited, and of course, very excited for the series. But the last thing I have here is called Deadly Class. This one snuck up on me. It was a recommendation from somebody I was talking to on TikTok, and I just like the artwork. Dude, that's gonna get me in. I'm a very simple ADHD man. I started the volleyball anime haiku because I saw the one snippet of him doing his like the not even it's not even our main character. It's the little giant doing that first spike that inspired him to join volleyball. I was like, they animated that so well. I'm watching the hell out of this.
That's
But yeah.
awesome, sir. It's so good.
Oh,
I want
oh,
to
for
catch
sure.
up.
So
Yeah.
good. I need to catch up too. I did not watch the last season or the last movie. Um, and I imagine there's a season before that I didn't catch up on. But Deadly Class is it's very easy to explain it away as just like you've seen this premise before. Children taken into a special school where they're being trained in assassination techniques. It does diverge a little bit based off of like background and whatnot. Like there's a group of gangbangers that are taught to like use guns in a certain way. There are people from the cartel. I've sent you a picture of the main girl from there who has like the Day of the Dead skull painting on her face, and she has
Mhm.
like these blade fans that she just cuts people up with, and it's awesome. And then our main character, who took me a little bit to care about, just seemed like his life sucked. And it does. But the thing is, it gets so much worse from going to this school. This this whole series, it's pretty long. It's like well over 1,000 pages, but the artwork just keeps getting better. The story keeps going places I didn't expect. Granted, it started from a spot that I'm like, oh, dude, like we've seen this before. But when you get to the end of it and the way you get closure for these characters, I never thought it was like a thing people could do and like make it work. And I was like, okay, cool. And it's not a new comic by any means, but it's new to me. And I will say that is the one who took the award for me. Because the more I sat on that, the more I just kept thinking, this is so cool. I to the point where I almost watched the sci-fi series because they watched this. They had a season on sci-fi and it got canceled. And I watched the trailer and I already know why. But yeah,
That's like what happens with sci-fi shows for
right,
some reason. Like if
right.
it's going to sci-fi, I don't know, man.
Ever since they changed the eyes to Y's, it doesn't make any sense over there. But would definitely
That was the
recommend it if anybody
beginning.
picks it up. If anybody else picks it up, I hope we get something cool from it. Of course, you're always gonna hear me saying, "Dude, just animate it. That'd be so cool." But what's your
Right.
next
Yeah.
one, Ernest?
So my next one is another returner. Actually, most all of them except one are returning. So
Oh, there's one
another
I hope to see.
returner.
Uh-huh.
It is best game I didn't play this year.
Oh,
This
okay.
is purely speculative,
Okay. Fair enough. This is
speculative.
usually a Nintendo
And
award. Oh, I already knew. Okay, go on, go on, go on, go
um,
on.
no, it's probably not.
Okay, let's see.
Honestly. So yeah, and this is just going off what I've seen for it, like
Right.
reviews for it, things like this, right? So number one is Hades 2
Knew that was on the
is my
list.
first nominee. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to
100%.
this. That
Got
is
tens
that
across the
is the
board. Yeah.
Nintendo one here,
Yeah.
damn it.
And PC. But yeah,
But
100%.
yeah, yeah, I'm not about to.
Oh, I know. No, I know.
So
I know. I know. I know.
I'm so excited for it whenever it does become available to me. I'm so looking forward to
Hell
that.
yeah, man. You're gonna love it.
The next one is Alters. I
Fair enough.
hear wonderful things about it, and at this point, there's nothing holding me back. I'm going to play Skate Story, and I don't know what I have after that, so
Fair
it
enough.
might be
It's
Alters
on that
time,
game
baby.
path.
Um, After that, we have Digimon Story Time Stranger.
Okay.
It just looks so awesome. I
I'm sure
just
it
want to
does.
play it
It does.
so bad, man. And I hadn't heard anything bad about it really,
Right.
you know. There's not people really like yelling about it from the rooftops or anything like that. We didn't see it at the
There
Game
were like
Awards
that
or
opening
anything, but
week,
like,
but
yeah,
then
but like, yeah, and then it kind of just fell
it
off into the
happens.
back. But that's what happens with Digimon a lot, though.
Right.
And
Not even that, like
I'm not
Pokemon too.
sure
Yeah.
they're always getting the fairy shake or anything like this. So, but I definitely it looks epic. I
Yeah.
definitely want to be a part of it.
That was cool.
Um, and then we have Silk Song, and Silk
Ooh.
Song is a game that's available to me, and
Oh, that
I
is
had
true.
a
I didn't even
spot
think
in
about it.
time where I could just play that,
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm up to the challenge
That's
right now.
fair.
I don't
I
know if I
recommend
want to
Hollow
put
Knight
myself
first.
through
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely want to play Hollow Knight first, and I know that's quite the obstacle as well.
It is.
But I hear fantastic things about this game.
It's
Like
fantastic.
I
It's so
hear
cool.
the best things about this game, like to the point where a lot of people. Well, a lot of people were against Expedition 33, but when it came to the Game Awards, like
Man.
people were like, "Oh, like Silk Song has an actual chance and stuff."
Right.
And so I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Silk Song
You're right.
just
I was wrong.
because
Yeah.
just because it's not my cup of tea
That's
at the
fair.
moment.
Mhm.
I can see that it's a fantastic game.
Yeah.
I watched like some of your clips that you uploaded, boss fights and stuff like this, and I imagine we're gonna hear about some of that a little bit
Oh, you
later.
definitely will.
Um,
Yeah.
right. So yeah, man, I'm gonna give it to Silk Song. Like I'm not sure when I play this game or if I play this game.
Yeah.
I'm kind of okay missing it, but
And
I'm
that's
not
okay.
going to
Yeah.
deny that it looks like a fantastic game. So that's the one that's gonna get the award for me this time.
Very
Yeah.
fair. And you know what? Like it's so easy for that specific category. It'd be really easy to like not be fair, but like you respect it. I respect the hell out of it. Yeah, there's one specifically that I'm like, I really wanted to come back because I loved it the year you announced it, and now I'm just like, really excited. But we'll see. I want that
Oh,
surprise. Um,
that's the one I took off. Actually,
it's
I'm gonna like
impossible. How could you? I'll wait for it to come back on a discount.
It's too mean.
It's not. Well, it's mean because the first year you gave it to a game that was out already, not even out yet. That's the mean part. That's the mean part, Ernest. Because you're like, oh, look at that. It's not out yet, but I can't wait till it goes out. That was Prince of Persia Lost Crown, and you've played it since, and dude, it's so good. It's so
Oh
good.
yes, it is. Oh, I can't wait till it goes on sale. I thought you were
So are you
talking
wrong? No,
about.
don't tell me that. Don't tell me. Oh wait, well, no, you
Okay.
can't tell me because it's not there. What was the one you took off?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the game I'm least likely to ever play again.
I don't remember that one. No, 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 no.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't
that's
remember
I
that.
think that's what I switched it to last year instead of
Oh,
the
okay,
sale.
gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, so for me, I'm back on games. I'm back on games, folks. So my next one here, we did alter, and I'll explain that award when we get to it. But we took out our music award essentially because literally we have the same one. Uh, and I mean, Expedition just took it, and that's fine. But
It
also,
already won at the Game Awards. Like
right.
it's yeah,
But
yeah.
also on top of that, just like they do a pretty good job of incorporating it. I'm pretty sure the year that because it was just last year that I had us make that award. I'm pretty sure, and it was because they didn't nominate Liza P. And screw them, screw them all.
That's
That
crazy
it's
too.
so good.
It's
It's
still
so
crazy. We
oh
gave so
no,
much love to Liza P that year,
it's so much. And you
and
know
it
what? There
deserved
might be some tonight,
deserved.
but let's continue on.
Oh,
So
true.
favorite. My next award is favorite song in a game.
Okay.
So my first one up here is To the Wilder, and it is the version where Woodkid is singing a duet with Elle Fanning. You do
Okay.
get it towards the end when you learn. So we didn't say this before, and I'm going to say this now. Spoiler alert for the games that came out in 2025. I will be lenient on like something like Hades 2 that's not available on every single console and everything like that. There was, I mean, depending on what you consider spoilers, like I mean, I'm going to be very vague on things like that where that shows up, but it's a game that deserves praise, and we're going to hear about it tonight. But you're not going to get any plot beats or any crap like that from me. But outside of that, like if because I guarantee you, Expedition is going to be talked about a bit and other
We're gonna
things
talk
like that
about boss fights and stuff
and
like
Death
this. Yeah.
Stranding and stuff like that. Spoiler alert. I meant to say it earlier. Luckily, we haven't really hit anything because I didn't talk about games till just now. But spoiler alert for the games of 2025. This is your last chance. I've said it 3 times, so I'll do three, two, one. We're moving on. Not that I'm spoiling anything right now, but when you learn the truth about Tomorrow and who she is, that's when you get that duet towards the end with Woodkid and Elle Fanning. And oh my God, what a year for Elle Fanning right now, outside of games and
Yeah.
in games now, and she just killed it. I was really hoping she was going to be at the Game Awards, but she's also got a lot of movies that have come out, and it's been a busy year, so totally get it.
Yeah.
But my next one here is from Hades 2. It is called Moonlight Guide Us. So there is your hub area, and a goddess that returns from last year is here. Her Artemis, the archer, the hunter, all that
Mhm.
good stuff. And you'll catch her just singing in the hub area every now and then. It is random, but god damn is it beautiful. And what you're surprised by the first time is that if you go over and talk to her at Malinois, that both they will sing together. It becomes a duet. And dude, I just sat there. Mainly to see if an achievement would pop, but I also just sat there because Hades 2 does have its own built-in things. But I do want to shout out because it's Judy Alice Lee who voices Malinois, the protagonist of Hades 2, and then it is Ashley Barrett who voices Artemis, and they just kill it on that track, man. It's gorgeous. So next up here, I'm curious if you thought I would put this on here when I said it. They should have played it when they won for Game of Impact at the Game Awards. Two Toed Tom from South of
Oh,
Midnight.
that's right.
There's
Yeah.
nothing that Expedition has. I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But Two Toe Tom is the best track on that game soundtrack. There's multiple good ones, okay? But Two Toe Tom. Dude, I was in it. I was in it. Like the
Dude,
boss fight is so simplistic, but I did not care at that moment. I was like, let's go. Let's
I'm
go.
gonna throw
Two
it out
Toe Tom.
here just real
Go
quick.
for it.
It almost made it onto my best boss fights
Respect it.
award just based
Because
off
of
the
the
song.
song, right? It's
Yeah,
so good
yeah,
because and they explained it
yeah.
like essentially the music was made first before the game from what we have here because the music is built around the folklore of like what we're playing through in the game, and it's awesome. It's really cool what they did for that. And yeah, Two Toe Tom just happened to be a banger, and I do mean every version of it because like even because the way it goes as you're playing through a certain section. You get like a stripped down version, and it just builds on it, builds on it, builds on it. But I am specifically right now talking about, just because these are all individual songs, Boss Fight. Two Toe Tom, go listen to it, and you're welcome. So yeah, no, it's great. It's so good. It's so
Learn the
good.
fantastic tale of Two Toe Tom,
Hell
man.
yeah, man. So
That's a
this
crazy story too. That's a
it
crazy
is. No,
story,
it
man. Yeah,
absolutely is. I want to say that might be my favorite of them. That last one just really let me down. But yeah, no, the Two Toe Tom though was awesome, and just like, because you're doing the Louisiana stuff, and you
yeah,
expect the crocodile, and they
yeah.
deliver, and you're surprised that like they deliver that hard. Gameplay wise, again, that boss fight's not that great, but music is good. Music is very good. But my last one up here, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it is the winner, and good luck to me for pronouncing it because it's French. Une vie à tamir. It is a song that plays during the Renoir boss fight. It is the song that they play to open up the Game Awards this year. It is awesome. There's a lot of songs you can pick from this soundtrack. If I haven't even said the game yet, Expedition 33. But this song specifically is just incredible. It is one of the two that made it to just, it's one I listen to overly. It helps that it's not 8 to 10 minutes long. It's not 2 minutes long either. It's like three or four, but but still, it is just a banger. And like it when they start going like heavy on it, like na, 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 you just feel that shit, man. And it's so so good. And I love that they opened the show with it. I did, and I'm glad some other people pointed it out. There did seem to be something going on with the mixing when they were performing that live on stage, but it is great. It is so good, and it is my favorite track by far. But yeah, it's even when I tried to spread this out because I didn't know who was going to win when I put this on here, and then I listened to each of these tracks a couple of days ago, and I listened to them today, and I was like, yeah, Two Toe Tom's great though. It's so good. And also there was some from Dispatch I wanted to put on here. But like as much as I love pound cake, you can't it'd be the French
That's what I
resistance.
was looking for. I was looking for pound cake,
I
bro.
know.
When
I know.
when you like announced what the word was,
Yeah. No,
come on,
I
pound
tried,
cake,
man. I tried. And that's the beauty of like the four nomination thing. You gotta make some cuts, man. You gotta make some cuts. But Ernest, what is your next one, bud?
bro. So my next one, yet another returner. Like I said, it is the Most Wanted sequel.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
from the games that I played this year, I
Gotcha.
want to play the next in the series really bad. If it is even going to be a series, and I know some of
Gotcha.
these are confirmed. Um, so here we go. We
Okay.
got first Clear Obscure,
There you go.
and they have said that we're going to get more this um,
World.
from this world.
Yeah.
Right, right. And that's why I specifically say Clear Obscure, because it's my understanding. Like Expedition 33 is done.
Yeah.
No more. Vamos. There's not getting any sequels for that. But there are going to be things in the Clear Obscure world. I said it before, like finding out what is going on in that world with the writers and all these things that we don't know, questions that we still have.
Yeah.
It's only going to make Expedition 33 like I feel like better once we know what's
Yeah.
actually going on with that
Yeah.
type of stuff, because those are the holes right now, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, very much looking forward to that. And because like Sandfall did this on their first try,
Right.
you would think that it's only gonna go up from here.
Yeah.
So at least hope. That's what we hope,
Even if
right?
it
So
managed to just stay even, that's
yeah,
still
yeah,
awesome.
then
Yeah,
that's still
yeah,
very good. Yeah, you're
yeah.
just still breaking records with that. So next up we have Dispatch. I would
Fair
love
enough. Yeah.
more Dispatch. I want more of that character. I mean, those characters, I want
Yeah.
more of that world.
Hell yeah.
It is just, oh yeah, I feel so close to that story,
Yeah.
man. I really like it, even though I never got
Oh, I
the
forgot.
ending.
But that
I
this
got
is a
the
testament to the love, man.
I got the same ending twice, bro.
Yeah, and he tried
It's
different
it's
things.
some it's some bullshit. Yeah, no, it was like way different playthroughs. Like I kept different team members. I like, romance different people, all this
Yeah.
type of stuff. No, no, still
Apparently,
that ending.
there's a hero card thing because the cards that show at the end of a chapter or whatever.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There's one for Robert that has still not been like no one's gotten it.
Nobody's
At
gotten
the
it
very end of
right,
the game, no one's
and
gotten
nobody
it.
knows
And I'm like,
what
what
it
the
is.
hell is this? I'm
Yeah,
happy with mine,
yeah.
but yeah, go.
I wonder though.
I
I
do wonder
wonder.
too. I
That's
wonder too.
crazy. When somebody pop up with that 1%, you better let us know. So, let me see. Next one is Kingdom Come Deliverance 3.
Gotcha.
Um, this is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 had a much stronger ending than the first game,
That's good.
but there's still things to be found out
Mm,
about this story. Henry's tale is not over, and I need some closure here,
that's fair.
especially with how real things get towards the end. Um, man, there's some events throughout this game that like really hit hard,
Yeah.
and with characters that you like really get to know and possibly care about. I know I did,
Yeah.
and I want to see where all of this goes, man. Especially, there's things that are we know need to happen and they haven't even been touched on yet.
Oh
So
man.
I'm
Okay.
very much looking forward to that sequel.
Gotcha.
Um, and lastly, I would love another Death Stranding. Man, I'm not
Okay.
sure if it ends up being three, but if
Yeah.
we could get Elle Fanning on board and just
Yeah.
go with
That'd be cool.
that, right?
That'd be cool.
I would love to see that, especially because I feel like with her powers and stuff,
Completely different
combat
gameplay.
would be really different, right? So, yeah,
It
man,
might be
I feel like
easier.
we could have something really beautiful there, you
Yeah.
know? Um, and just like I said before, with the character design and stuff, like seeing more from this world, seeing more
Yeah.
from Kojima. I know that we do have adaptations coming soon,
So many.
adaptations,
Yeah.
and
Mosquitoes.
I am looking forward to those, but it's different when you're holding it in your
Oh yeah.
hands, when you're in
Absolutely.
control of it. So it's something that I want, definitely.
Absolutely. But which one
Yeah.
is your winner?
So my winner here is Kingdom Come Deliverance 3.
Fair enough.
I
I invested in
imagine
that this
that's
year,
what
man.
we're
Yeah.
calling it. So
Right.
yeah, man, I played the first game earlier this year, and although it is a very large game, I spent a lot of time on it. I was very
Yeah.
ready to go for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I just waited for a sale, and then it worked out
It
because
happens. Yeah. Yeah.
I almost bought two without playing one, and that would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Didn't you do
I played
that?
one. I didn't finish it.
No, yeah, true. But I'm very happy. I'm very happy to have like gone through both of them. They
Right.
were both great, and as you could see from me giving this award, I am not burnt out on that. I want more,
Yeah. Fair.
absolutely.
Fair.
There's so much that comes with it though. Like I understand where you're coming from and like your playthroughs and stuff like that. Like because it is cumbersome, boy. That is a
Yeah.
lot
And it's
going
supposed to
on
be.
with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's because that's kind of the magic of it too, you know.
Right. I
But
mean, same thing could be said for Death Stranding. Yeah. It just
but I really
depends
do
on your
feel
time.
like the story overall has just like it improved. Like this portion of this story is the best so far. So
Yeah.
I hope we get just more epicness
I'm
with
sure they
a
will, man.
next one. Yeah.
Should have won RPG. So my next one up
Yeah.
here is something I love to talk about. So my next award here is a returner. I had it last year. Saddest death in a game.
Oh
Um, and I get
yeah.
to copy something that I did the first year I had this. So it was 2 years ago, I think, where I love because I gave it to Goodbye Volcano High. Because how are you not going to give it to the one where a whole planet gets wiped out? So let's
And you
go into
know it's
this.
coming the whole time.
Right. And you know it beforehand because they were asked in an AMA, like, do we know how it's going to end? What's going on? It's like, we're not changing the history of
Duh.
the dinosaurs. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, all right, man. We're just changing how they are in the moment. But so my nominees up here, Garment. From Hollow Knight Silk Song. He is an NPC. He rides his little mount. The mount's name is Zaza. He's a little bug. They're very cute. They're very sweet, very inspirational, motivational. The bug's just a bug, but he's very cute. But Garment is someone who's regularly like he will pop up out of nowhere. You have to do the dialogue stuff, like free him from a place he's been captured, and then in true Dark Souls fashion, you exhaust his dialogue in certain spots. He'll show up for you in different areas. He's very much like your Alexander from Elden Ring. He's just like tally ho, let me help you, champion, and stuff like that. But nobody speaks English in this. They go in their bug
That's
language, and it's awesome. But
beautiful.
they sometimes have little phrases, and you'll hear like oh! And it's great. And when he shows up, it's always like awesome, and it's so cool because he showed up a couple of times where I'm about to go down. I'm like, this is it. I can't make it. I can't make it. I'm gonna die. And you just hear, hold on! He just charges through, and it's great. And then we're reminded what this award is. So what happens is at some point through the game, because we're journeying through the abyss here, man. Think we're going low into the depths, and things happen to you. And in true, also Dark Souls fashion, Solaire, he Solaire's, because Solaire is somebody who is just constantly looking for his sunlight. He goes a little too far into the dark and gets consumed by it and becomes somebody you have to kill. That is very much what happens here with Garment. He is separated from Zaza, and Zaza guides you to him, and he becomes a boss fight. And after you
Oh,
kill him, Zaza just lays by his body and just stays there. You can come back at later points, and you'll sometimes see her sleeping. Sometimes she'll just wake up, but that's her life. She's just going to wait there. And it's very much reminiscent of the Jurassic Park episode of Futurama. And it's just so
oh,
sad. So sad.
damn.
And it's like the happiest NPC. It killed me. My next one up here. And I should, again, spoilers, obviously, but Ghost of Yote, Jubei. Though I do not agree, like, why'd you come back, bro? Why'd you do that? But but in the moment, especially the exchange of like she'll never be alone, she'll never be left alone again, and then just the what we'll call now is the John Cena smile. He just taps and he's out, man. Right, dude, I haven't saved on my phone. It's gonna have so much use. But it's beautiful. But the main thing here is it's not just about the death; it's about the fact that I ended up caring about the character. And that is very impressive for this game and like the narrative this game has because Jubei is the closest to Jin that we have in this story.
That
And I
honor,
review
all that
right,
type of stuff. Right,
honor
right.
all of that. And you heard if you watched the show, you heard my thoughts on Jin. You heard me joke about it all the time, the nothing sandwich thing. But when I beat Ghost of Yote earlier this year, I was still just like, dude, I feel for Jin in those last moments, but the majority of the time, it's just an avatar I'm controlling. Um, but Jubei's a whole person, and it does help that you're not playing as him. You're seeing his actions, you're seeing his like reactions to just Atsu either making just horrible decisions or just good decisions, but like in the most violent possible way. And I just again that goes into the performance as well, but that his dynamic with his sister, his dynamic with his daughter, I was like,
Yeah,
oh, dude, no. Like, and
yeah.
again, I do think it's a little silly how it happened, but it happened, and you can't change that. And just, I do think it is for the most because I do love where we go after that. I love what we do and what that does for Atsu in the end. It's just, I'm like, any, surely there was another way, but respect to Jubei, he was awesome. I didn't love him at first. I don't think you're supposed to because he's kind of a jerk to Atsu before he realizes who she is. But dude, I warmed up to him right after that. My next one up here from Midnight Walk is Pop Boy. If you've watched any art, seen anything from this game, you know who Pop Boy is. He's the little pot guy.
Does he have a
um,
flame at the top of his
yeah.
thing?
So
Yeah,
you're the
yeah.
person who gives him that flame. That's
Hmm.
your because you're a character yourself. It's like the passing of the flame, something like that. And then Pop Boy's the little person you're helping guide around to solve puzzles and get him from point A to point B. It's very much like taking the rings to Mordor situation. You're essentially trying to reignite the sun. That's the whole point of your flame. And you do get to make choices here. And I will say, I did not choose right the first time because I refused to let my little guy go. But you can just reload and hop back in. And I will say both endings are cool. But of course, when you get the cutscenes at the end where like everything that's been covered in darkness is now engulfed in light, and you're like it's a beautiful day. You see a lot of the horrors run away and stuff like that. It's the good ending for sure. And it's like fate and destiny and stuff like that. But Pop Boy's so cute, and I love him. And I just wanted to have him as long as I possibly could. And I just really did feel something when that happened. So my next one here, and yeah, my next one here is The Painted World. Spoilers for Expedition 33. Um, the first two acts of that game where you're playing, the people you're getting to know, they all die. They're gone. You could say they don't even exist in the first place. They existed to me, but they get wiped out. They absolutely get eviscerated if you choose Versa's ending. Which if they do a sequel, I imagine, I mean, they're gonna you can have to make one of them canon, and I do imagine that's the one that's going to give you more to do with like going into the writers and stuff like that. I would assume,
Right.
but yeah, they're gone. They're absolutely erased. Lune's not happy about it. She sits down, has a little tantrum. It's tough. And this is absolutely the one that takes it because I did not choose this ending first. I was like, no. If you heard me, the one thing that keeps this game from being, and it's a 100% a personal take, and we talk about that 9 to 10 range, that's
Hmm.
100% you and the art you're consuming and the way you're reacting to it. That's like, people can say that's the part, you still got to be objective or subjective or whatever. Oh, no, objective. But like, it's just like, no, there's a personal attachment that's going to make you go from your 9 to your 10.
Hmm.
And I don't think by any means any ending is bad or where we go is bad. But I was just like, I loved the beginning of this game so much, even that second act. But to go to because we keep going back out, we're back, we're zooming out. Like dude, I hate this life. I think it's I can't remember the comedian's name right now, but he's like, you think we're all just horrible people? Zoom out. We're on a planet. We're on a rock, just floating in space. And like you just it's a fake world. It's a painted canvas that people like the actual humans of the game get lost in, and like there's one person trying to get the other person out, one person's sent in there to try to get both those people out, and she honks her head and she's stuck in there now, and it's like, oh man, we can't get anybody out of this thing. That's a very simplified version of what happens, but it's very like if you love these characters, and especially when you learn the truths about like what inspires some of them, especially like Minoko and Eskie, they're beautiful. First of all, the performances alone, they're so good. But then on top of that, like to Ernest's award earlier, their design, their depth, their characters themselves, the way they're written, their dialogue, their motivations, they're so full and real, and it just really sucks when you have to let that go. And sometimes you do. I hear something happens in Final Fantasy X that's similar. But yeah, no, it's just like, yeah, it's tough to let go of things, and how like when you realize things aren't as they seem, it can be hard to hold on to that. And yeah, I think that makes it very effective. And that's like to even have the discussion. The ending's great. They did great stuff. And yeah, that absolutely takes it because they let me do the comet thing again. It was beautiful. And yeah, it's very, very sad. But what's your next one,
It's so
Ernest?
sad.
Yeah,
It's so
so sad.
fucking sad.
So sad.
Um, so my next one here is one that I changed the name for, but the
Okay.
same award. It's the Dinner and a Movie Award. It's the video
The
game
women?
character that I would most like to go
Okay.
to dinner and a movie with.
Well, it doesn't have to be a woman, but yeah, go
It doesn't have to be, but
on.
all
Okay.
of these are women this way. So
Okay.
so number one, and she would not be into me. I'm not her type, but Nora from Lost Records Bloom and Rage.
Okay.
Um, yeah, she grows up and she's an absolute fox, absolutely.
Yeah.
But she also just seems really cool, and there's something I respect about her not wanting to go into the past.
Right.
Like you are very much like trying to push her to go along with you and stuff like this. And she takes some convincing, and that's convincing that I didn't do. I didn't
I didn't
get her to
achieve it.
like
Yeah, I
see.
did not achieve it.
Yeah, it's apparently very hard to do. Like you have to make very specific choices
I
and
bet.
like not mess us
I
up.
bet.
And I apparently did not go that route. So yeah, sad to see her go. Love to watch her walk away. No, I'm just kidding. No,
That's so good. That's so good.
but
Oh, man.
but yeah, she was also just a very dope teenager. She
For sure.
was
I
I
loved her.
love her interactions with our main character. And but even the way she grew up, grew up to be like super successful, super hot, and I love her.
There you go.
So speaking of people that I love, Lune from Expedition
Hell yeah.
33.
Hell yeah.
And what's really crazy here is that I didn't date her in my playthrough.
Oh, I didn't either.
I messed it up, man. It's just she didn't seem interested,
CL
and
opens up
CL,
sooner, and it's just like,
yes,
yeah,
and it is much more straightforward.
right,
I feel like in my life, I am a more straightforward individual. Like
right.
I'm probably going to approach things more like CL than
Mhm.
Lune. So
No
when she
games, no
was like,
games.
"How about we just go?" and I was like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
Sure.
Um,
Yeah.
and I love CL, but her heart belongs to another.
For sure.
While um, Lune is just all sorts of wonderful. You know,
Jeez.
I'm actually super like if I ever go through another playthrough and I know that now it's a possibility and stuff, like you just gotta wait it out, you know.
Yeah.
Um, then I am 100% dating her,
Fair enough.
absolutely. But we could go to dinner and a movie for sure.
You
She
gotta
might
put
have
some
to
shoes
put on
on.
some shoes. Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
We're here, bro. We right here. But yeah, she's so awesome. She's so smart.
Hmm.
She those interactions that
She
you
plays
have with
guitar.
her too are awesome. And she's also not introduced or interested in anybody else. So
Fair enough.
it works out way better.
There you go.
This one I feel like I might get a little bit of hate
Oh no.
for. But I'm gonna go with Mandy, who is Blonde Blazer
Oh,
in
okay.
Dispatch.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're not gonna get hate for it.
Um,
Not from
okay,
me.
thank you. Yeah, okay. That's where I thought it was gonna come from.
The
So
game already gave
it's
you the bad ending for choosing the wrong woman. You don't need it back.
oh man, god damn it. So I did not I tried to date Vizzy on the first playthrough, and that didn't work out apparently because I cut her from my team. She got mad about
I
that, I
would be
guess,
upset
because I
about
was
that too.
villainous. Oh, whatever. But like we kissed after. I thought it was still going good. I thought maybe we could
I
see each
thought
other
this
outside
meant
of work.
something. Yeah.
Now we don't have this whole work thing between us, baby.
Dope.
Like we're free of these shackles. We just date. We be us. We hold hands in the streets.
But I knew
Anyway,
Dispatch was gonna be on here. Yeah.
but yeah, because both of these like are great relationship options, just like
Even
our
the
last
hidden
one.
third one. She's not hidden, but you know.
But but Blonde Blazer, man, Blonde Blazer is awesome. Even better than Blonde Blazer is Mandy. She when she's just real and she's just herself, she really just seems so down to earth. She's so it's crazy that she's like self-conscious about like how she looks without her powers and stuff like
Because
that.
she's hideous. I'm just
And she
kidding.
oh my god, and she's still beautiful. Fuck you, man.
She's so
And
pretty. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and yeah, she's just so charming. Her character is
Right.
fantastic. And 100%, even if it was with plasticware, dinner in a movie, 100%.
Okay.
Um, Lastly, we have Gemma from Monster Hunter Wilds. She is the blacksmith, and she
Okay.
is just full of energy. She has a
Jeez.
really fun accent that I love to listen to. It's a good, it's a good time anytime that I need to go make equipment. In a game where I'm not so attached to a lot of the characters.
Right.
The other person that could have gone here was 100%
The handler.
Alma.
That's right.
Is her name right?
It's Alma. Yeah.
Right. Um, but I'm only gonna put one person from each game. So Gemma's the one. She's also just an absolute baddie,
Yeah.
and I love strong women. That shit's dope. And
A
she's out here just pounding metal for you, bro.
hundred
Like
percent.
that
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
is super dope. It's super hot. So, but I'm going with Mandy here,
That's
Blonde
fair.
Blazer,
That's
man.
fair.
I really, even though I did not get the ending that I was going for with that second playthrough, that relationship with her really felt like it made that playthrough worth it.
Mhm.
That was still another 8 hours, something like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. It's like an
and
hour and a
like
half.
given that time just to experience that part of the game felt absolutely worth it.
That's fair.
I really really love that character, and is one of the main reasons it almost took it from Expedition 33 for my best character design one.
Yeah, I
So
get you. I get you.
um but again, I do get the attraction and want to like Vizzy's a fix me up, bro, you know.
I can fix her,
Like
and I did.
yeah, and you did,
I
you
did.
did, bro. I didn't. Um, so yeah, but Mandy all the way.
Fair enough. So my next one here is favorite game I've touched but did not finish. So we play a lot of games. We do obviously we beat plenty. We definitely try to go through the hits of the year and of course whatever we're interested in. We're pretty much big variety guys. So we have a pretty big spectrum of stuff we can play. Even the things we don't both want to play, we end up somewhere on covering something. Um, but here these are just some of the games that I touched this year that like I really liked, but it just for one reason or another I didn't. I plan to go back to all of these. I just don't know when. So first up here, the very first one I put on here, and I can't believe that this was this year. I do not understand time. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth.
Yeah.
Like I played that at the beginning of this year. That's crazy. And there is a point because the tutorial goes for a bit. You're learning things. It lets you free roam and stuff while you're doing that though. But like there's a point where you really get to see like, oh, like I was talking about zooming out earlier, like you get to see you're going to be doing a lot of something here. And it's just like, oh, this is I feel like I've been because I put 30 hours in that game and I'm not 30. It was like 15 or 20. But I was still learning things, and it just was so much. And I was like, okay, I'm done right now. I'm done with this. But I do 100% plan to go back to it because Ichiban is he's so good.
He's awesome.
He's so good. He's like I was talking about the kind anime protagonist earlier. Add games into that, he's right there. He's so good.
His attitude towards everything is
It's
just
incredible.
awesome.
And like he
Yeah.
has the worst luck, but it's all right. It's completely fine. And like that because that haircut, like he that's not what he asked for. And now he has to have that because that's his iconic hair lick. It's just it's terrible.
Yeah.
Um
He never got that fixed. That
he
never
never
it
did.
was
And
just
he can't because now
he's
there's two games
so
with it.
damaged. Yeah.
Now there's two games with Pet on the fucking cover. But like add into that like just because we as kids we all used to role play. Like me and Ernest have talked about this before. You hop underneath that pool, dude. You do the Kamehameha. Your hair's floating under.
Mm,
Oh, you feel it.
right,
You
right.
feel like you're just oh, this is gravity training. I'm gonna be the Prince of All Saiyans. Um, that's literally like the fundamental thing of what's happening in Dragon. Oh, not Dragon Quest. Sorry, it's based off Dragon Quest. But when you're going into combat in this game, it just changes into the way he sees things, how he relates to it, and that just adds so much to. Oh, first of all, your like ability to understand what's happening. It's so fun, so cool, and when you get those new abilities and like you relate them to like what's actually happening, like you have a homeless man who's the wizard. He's
Yeah.
just drinking
Yeah.
alcohol and like burping and like on a lighter. It's just like, okay, this is great.
And that's like
Um,
his fireball and shit,
right,
right?
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
And then Ichiban's the knight, the hero, and stuff like that. And then you add in the job system, and then you add in just the 80 freaking hours of like the base gameplay. But it's so good. And Ichiban is such an endearing character. I want him to just stick around because he's so cool. I do my next one up here. Ernest touched on it earlier. Is the altars? I did play about 5 hours or so of this. With games like this, because there's a lot of like management. I was enjoying my time with this. My favorite thing is absolutely what the gimmick of this game is. When you start branching off, getting your different versions of yourself, reading the descriptions of like where your life changes it's so interesting. Like there's so many times you'll play a game where like you have just all this text on your screen and like maybe you'll start reading it, but there's a point where you're like, oh, I need to get back to the actual game because oh man, no, not here because it's fascinating about like because you hear it, you know, like what the idea of this is, and then when you start seeing the different characters and how they change and how they interact with each other, like oh, you did leave your mom with your abusive father to go to college and better your life, but this one didn't. He stayed with her and tried to do his best. And there's benefits, there's pros, there's cons to both of that. And that's literally the first one. That's the one you make in the tutorial. And it just gets crazier from there. And it's awesome. And yeah, some of them are dicks. And you're not going to believe it. Evil scientist. But moving right on. Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remake. I was really excited for this. I still am. Um, I just beat my first Skyrim game ever this year. Random as hell. I beat Skyrim. Sorry, I know. I meant my first Elder Scrolls game of this year. I beat Skyrim finally. How dare they not put end credits at that point? Like you have to click on them. Like you can click on the end credits at any point. And I'm like, no, you play them for me. You push the button. But I got
Yeah,
to the
so
end
the
of this.
mission just completes like a regular
Right,
mission.
you watch all the dragons fly off, and I'm waiting there, and I'm like, I'm gonna Google. I'm like, oh, okay. Because like they're not the only ones to do this. Like there are open world games that when you finish them, it's designed to where you can continue to do stuff afterwards, which is great, especially
Right.
for like people who plat and go for those achievements and stuff. Or I mean, just want to hang out in the world. But I was like, I want end credits. But Elder Scrolls Oblivion is one that I've heard nothing but incredible things about. This is right on the list with Fallout New Vegas. It's just something that like I didn't play when it was originally like a new thing,
Mhm.
and I've touched the original Oblivion like since I got my Xbox, which means I touched it like around the pandemic. And I was just like, oh, this is old, and I can't do this right now. And that goes for Fallout 76 as well. So I'm waiting on that remake. I know everyone is, but I was so ecstatic when Oblivion came out, and I got to play that for a solid 2 days before Expedition 33 dropped. Because literally, you do see it. I mean, there are mechanics in there that are a little bit dated, but like, because it's not just developed by only Bethesda. Man, it's pretty. It's pretty. I know a lot of us were a little worried after Starfield. Granted, I gave it a 7, and I enjoyed my time with it. Um, but it looked like a high res Skyrim. Like just like okay, why are you staring at me like that, dog? We're having a conversation. But it's just, and then you come here, and like this is truly like what I hope it has to either. I know we shouldn't even say it should look like this with it not coming out anywhere near now, but I would accept this. I would accept it looking like this because it looks so much better than I could picture for these games. But I mean, we'll see what we get for Elder Scrolls 6 in the future. But yeah, Oblivion looks really cool. I really enjoyed my time with it, and it's one I definitely plan to go back to. But my last one here, and that's the one I'm giving the award to. I did spend 21 hours in it, and I only dropped it 2 days ago, and that is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Um, so I played 8 hours of Kingdom Come One, and I tried to load that back up, and like there's just something, and I tried, and it was so hard to explain it because I couldn't even Google it. There's something with the movement in that game that just really is off-putting to me, and it's a very specific thing. But like it's just the best way I could describe it is, it's like like you feel your character lunging forward when he's like going out of a door and then just shifting his whole body weight to go in any direction, and like his head just seems like it's bobbing. And it's not that severe. It's really not as
Yeah.
severe as I'm explaining it, but like there's a hint of that, and it just made it so because like you're not playing in third person, and so it just made it a little rough. And then of course the same thing anyone complains about the combat.
Yeah.
But granted, it's not 100% better movement in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, but like it's so muted. It's so much more natural for me that I was just like, this is great. No, this is awesome. Again, solid 20 hours in there, but it got to the point where I was like, I was really feeling, and it's kind of like end of the year, like it's like, okay, I know how big this game is. I do not want to rush this. I don't want to tap out. All right, John. I want to just put this to the side and I'll come back to it. Because I also waited till it went on sale. I got this and two other games, full price, $60, and it was like, this is great. Um, and yeah, it's so good. From what I played, I got Mutt. I love Mutt. He's so awesome. I love just the random antics that can happen. I had to kill this guy in front of the grave of his child. Like it was crazy. He just wouldn't listen to me. I kept coming back to do different dialogue options. Be like, bro, we're just trying to make you leave this woman who was so nice to me in the woods alone. And he just is like, no, I hate her. And I'm like, what's that Hot Fuzz gif where it's Nick Frost loading the gun? Damn shame. It's just a damn shame. And I just clocked him right there as he was praying, and they can just rest together. He's in a bush, and I was not caught. And that's so cool. It's such a cool thing of like everything you've heard about the game is so true. I do think this is absolutely what I would have picked for best RPG of the year. Because, dude, you're in there, you're role playing, and we were talking about like how cumbersome it can be, how tedious some things can be. It's awesome. It's so good. It very was reminiscent for me, not playing the same way, but like the attention to detail of Red Dead 2. Because there was a point where I got into a loop of that game where like I wasn't drinking a cup of coffee, but like I was making a cup of coffee for Arthur as he was getting up in the morning, getting my breakfast, stuff like that. And like I was so ingrained in that there's a point where like my stomach starts growling. I'm like, oh, I need to eat. I need to go get something. I took care of my boy Arthur as best I could before the tuberculosis, and then yeah, and then we just.
Oh,
Let me
sad
go back
death.
to sad as death. Let me go back to sad as
Sad as death. Oh, dude.
death. But yeah, dude, go play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It's fantastic. I do definitely plan to finish it. Just not right now. But Ernest, what is your last personal award? Oh no, this is
Oh
no. I'm mixed
no,
up. No, I'm mixed up. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
not yet, not
Yeah, you got two.
yet.
You got two. You got two. You got two.
I can skip to the last one if
No,
you want.
no, don't do
No,
that.
so this one is another returner, and it is an important one. At the beginning of this recording, I had three nominees, and I thought of the last one since because I
Oh,
did
okay.
actually play it this year.
Hmm.
The one that I had forgotten is not going to be the winner. It's a toss up between the other three, though. You're not going to know.
Okay.
Civ 6. I
What is
have
the
not.
what is the award? Oh wait, sorry.
Oh, my bad. I didn't say the award. It is best game to listen to an audiobook to.
Oh,
Um,
okay. There you
I
go.
I love my audiobooks, man. I am an audiobook enjoyer.
Yes, sir.
And um there are nights when I don't want to go through a game story. I
Right.
like this book has picked up momentum. I want to just sit here and listen to it,
Yeah.
but I need to be doing something because I
We're
will
back at it.
like
We're back at it.
I can't just sit there like looking at the wall the whole night, just
Yeah.
like, I love it. I love to visualize and stuff like this, but I just need something for my hands to do because I'm just fucked up, man. And so these are the games that I throw on that I can just put on mute, that I can play and be engaged in, but I can also be completely engaged in this story and still be able to visualize things that are going on. I can easily put these games down and just focus on this part of the story and then just let it keep rolling while I continue to
That's
play
right.
this game. So the first one is the one that I remembered. It's Civilization 6. I
Okay.
have not gotten to play Civilization 7 yet. I say I haven't gotten to play it. I don't want to buy it yet. I want
That's
to
fair.
get this
That's
one on
fair.
sale too. So I would say that's probably the game that I'm most looking forward to it going on sale right now. Since I'm
Okay.
not doing that award,
Okay.
very much want to play Civ 7, but like I've played through Civ 6 a lot.
Yeah.
Um, so I had to switch something up with it. So I decided to give this next nominee a try. Humankind. It is very much like
Oh,
Civilization.
that's the dog guiding the
Um,
people, right?
no,
What's
no, it's
humankind?
not. Humankind is just like Civilization.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, yeah. I remember you talking
yeah,
about it. Got it.
and
Got it.
but it's a different game,
Yeah.
but same type of situation where you are setting up a civilization
Right.
and you are growing it from like the prehistoric age all the
Mhm.
way to the modern age, and either winning against the other nations by way of war, by way of you make it to the moon first, stuff
Yeah.
like that, space exploration, science, stuff like this, right?
Gotcha.
So there's also like religious wins and stuff like this, different ways to
Okay.
do it. And it was just something different for me. And it's one that I stuck around for quite a bit. Civ works so well. I just needed something new. Um, I didn't play many sports games this year. One that I did play though is Rematch.
That's true.
Rematch, I love Rematch very
It is
much,
very
and
good.
this has been the one that I've most recently gone back to over and over again as it's time to focus in on a book, baby. So yeah, it is a little difficult only when the game gets super intense.
Right.
Like we're in overtime,
They
stuff like that.
dribbling around you. Like,
I
yeah,
might have to rewind a little bit, man.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like, but for the most part, it's great. I get to just have it on mute. I turn the volume up to like 2 on the TV,
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah, yeah.
but just so I could hear somebody like running up
Right.
from behind me. But it's not enough to like distract me from the story. So very good nominee for this award. And my last one, it didn't stick around too much, and I might be giving away that it didn't win here. But Balatro,
Oh
it's
yeah.
an easy one to go back to. Sometimes those runs can get frustrating
Yeah.
when
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you're
I get
trying to
it.
win with a certain deck on a certain difficulty, things like that. It can be tough. But it's very easy to just play through these. It does take some brain power, but not too much to where I'm distracted from any of my stories.
Okay.
So, shout out to Balatro. At least it gets nominated. But
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to Humankind.
Okay.
It is just it is pretty. I'm pretty sure Civ 6 won last year.
I mean,
Um,
fair. I mean, that's
and
the type of game that's good for what you're
this
talking about.
this type of game is just very good
Yeah,
for it. But for anybody out there that is looking for an alternative to Civilization, Humankind does give a different experience, similar but different enough to where it deserves to be its own game. It's not just an exact copy of anything.
that's good.
And the I very much enjoyed playing that game for
Awesome.
sure. I'm happy to have had it. So
Good shit, man.
yeah,
Good shit.
Humankind, baby.
But now moving on to my last award, because my bad again about getting the count mixed up earlier.
One
This
more.
is a returner. I've had this every year. This is favorite chaotic moment with friends in games.
Shit.
So I have four here. So and this one because I love because some of these I have this outlined for the whole year. Like I'm gonna race the winners probably tonight or tomorrow, and then as I play through games next year, I put things that I'm like immediately think of. Oh, this is going in this award category. And this first one on here, I immediately put when we started playing a game that I have over 100 hours in, Phasmophobia. So because when we first started on it, it was just me and Ernest for like the first like week or weekend. And we were really scared. We were really scared
Dude,
because
it
we
was
didn't know.
scary.
We were just babies. We were green. We had that basic level one equipment. We didn't know a banshee from a demon. It was just like we don't know what's going on, and they just pop up. Ernest running away anytime something spooky happens. It's my first thing here, because the thing that made it funny is because I never know he's gone until I've turned around. Like I'm like looking for the thing that's scaring us. I'm like, what's going on? I don't know what's happening, and I'm like, Ernest, what do you have a flashlight or Ernest? I'm in the van. It's just like no. It was so good. He got better about it later when we got a little more accustomed to the game. Like it was like, holy crap, how could you? Oh man, and it just
Bro,
kept
it was so
happening, but
good.
it was hilarious. It was hilarious. This one is
Ooh.
most recent. This is the most recent one because it was just funny. It was just funny, even though it was like defeating. So we've been playing through the Elden Ring DLC. Um, we've not cleared the first main boss. There's only two. So,
We
and
haven't cleared
I
a
have this
boss.
listed just as the bad night on Elden Ring. There was a couple of
Yeah.
times where we couldn't get through the first night. There was a time, um, like we just didn't see the a group of Valkyries. We never saw them that night. The one game where we cleared both bosses, we got disconnected from the server, all three of us. And we tried one more run after that, and I was like, "Yeah, we're done. I think
And
we're out of here."
we still haven't beat mode one time.
We have not beaten
That's
Moog a
crazy.
single time,
Yeah,
but we did
we
in the
suck.
actual game. All right, all right.
Yeah, that's the one that counts.
Man, and then we had to. I mean, he had to beat him again for DLC. But then next up here, the night on Arc Raiders. There's so much you can pick from Arc Raiders, and it's you can't do a night that's like a bad night on Arc Raiders because you were defeated. You've lost all your equipment. You've lost everything.
Oh.
And these are the ones that like Ernest is not usually the one to leave first, but these are the game. This is the game where Ernest is like, "This is what I gotta go." I'm calling it after that.
I'm gonna call it.
Yep,
Yeah, because I stay
yep.
up late, so I'm gonna
Right,
play with y'all until we can't play anymore.
right.
But yeah,
These are the ones,
there
and it's
was
fair. It's completely fair.
a
But
few
yeah,
nights.
but
Yeah.
this specifically, this one event, and this happened, I think most recently when you and me played. It was just you and me that on that night. There was a night where me and Ernest hopped in. I'm just gonna read the whole thing. The night on Arc Raiders where me and Ernest ended up just watching several epic fights between other squads and Arc all
Oh
around
yeah.
us. We just kept seeing it. Like we were waiting for it started with us waiting for somebody to either finish a leaper and we were gonna jump them or like wait for them to be defeated by the leap. But like they beat that and then we saw another squad fighting a different arc and then we found another squad fighting a different arc and just these fights happening everywhere. All around us. It's like we were walking through a fucking war zone. And
Yeah.
at some point, we were like, just like looting things like after the fact. Like we didn't fight us like, for the most part, like really any big arc at all. And then it's like, you know what? We're full. Let's go.
We were like somebody just like floating through Jurassic
Right.
Park as all the
A hundred
crazy shit
percent. But
is
we
going
didn't have to
on,
deal with.
you
Yeah,
know?
we were there for
Yeah,
the
and like
actual
nothing's
attraction.
messing with us.
Yeah, we're in the.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything's working for us. And then the last one I have here, it is a twofer. This is the only award that a game got two spots because of the specificity of what the award is, and this is the winner because it is from Phasmophobia. So
Oh.
the first night on Phasmophobia, where we used proximity chat, and Justin got Ernest killed using the music box, and I didn't know it until we just We just found his body. And when proximity chat, like you don't hear people from a distance. Like if you're just away from them, you don't know. Justin's guided me inside. He's like, "Yeah, I think Ernest is back here." And we're all calling out to him. There's just this body. And like you don't die in normal ways in this game. Like he's just like all upside down and
and
stuff.
because
And I lost it.
I can't talk to them anymore, but
Right, because he's dead.
I can hear them talking to
Yeah.
each other, and oh, dude, it was
Lost
hilarious.
it,
It
dude. I
was
was in
hilarious.
tears. I was in tears. That's
But
why it had to
he
win.
did that on purpose, dude.
100%. I think he was
Yeah.
probably surprised at how effective it was. Because obviously I didn't see what happened. Because he's just like, yeah, I think he's back here. Just lost it, dude. It was so good. Phasmophobia rules, folks. There's a lot of new updates. And just recently, in earnest, I haven't talked to you about this. They added 3 new ghosts. That's crazy.
Oh,
Actual
oh no.
ghosts. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like you're finding they have their own traits and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
That's so cool. So cool. So we might have to hop back on that sometime soon. But Ernest, now, what's your last award, man? What do you got?
All right. So my last award,
Personal award.
sorry, one moment,
Take
is
your time.
going to be my only new one.
Okay.
So it is a new favorite book series.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's too hard to pick like one
Uh-huh.
favorite book. Um, and for this one, I only have three.
Okay.
I This is because I started whatchamacallit, Red Rising. I
Hmm.
started Red Rising last year. I finished it up at the beginning of the year, but I'm not going to count it because I didn't start it this year.
Okay.
So, but Red Rising is absolutely phenomenal. It is so good. I hope it gets adapted into something.
Yeah.
Animation would really be the best for it because of the action parts, but and there's also just like giant people and small
Hmm.
people, and
That's always gonna
I
look better
mean,
animated.
camera tricks are going to be better like than anything, but animated just makes
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of sense.
Hmm.
So the ones that did make it on, because I started each one of these this year. So the first one is He Who Fights with Monsters.
Oh yeah.
I have a review
He
on
does.
TikTok about the series that I've heard thus far. I am currently on book 10.
Oof.
I'm almost done with it. But I love He Who Fights with Monsters.
Oh
It
yeah.
is a fantastic. The banter between the characters has to be one of my favorite things because
Hmm.
I have talked about this in detail before of what the main plot is and everything. Guy gets isekai'd into a world where magic is real and has to find his way through. He has video game based powers similar to like solo leveling.
Right.
um, the video game powers kind of tear off after a while, but the powers remain, and the story only gets better and better as it continues, as he gets more and more powerful. He's a little
Okay.
bit of a cheat character, but it's a good time, man.
Awesome.
And again, just the characters in here have so much to them. There's especially for a story to have so many characters. Just on his team alone,
Hmm.
there's 7, 8 of them, something like that. And I
Yeah.
feel like I know each one of these individuals like specifically, and that's not to mention all the other side characters in this
Yeah.
thing. It is a gigantic world with a lot of big players in it,
I bet.
and everybody feels so unique. It's so well drawn out. I love He Who Fights with Monsters.
Awesome.
The next one is the Hierarchy series. Oh, I'm sorry, and He Who Fights with Monsters is from Shirtaloon. Want to
Okay.
shout out the authors here.
Respectable.
Um, Hierarchy is from James Islandton, and I read the first book or listened to the first book, um, which is the Will of the Many. I get them confused sometimes. the Will of the Many
Hmm.
started that earlier this year, and it is a great, great book. It's up there for one of my favorite books, I would say.
Nice. Okay.
It is so good, so good. It's like an academia setting.
My
This
hero.
kid who, yeah, this kid who had his nation attacked. He was a prince. His A different nation attacked his nation, killed his dad, killed his family. He was the
Oof.
only one to escape. He goes undercover into the nation that attacked them to try to take them down from the inside, to sabotage and whatnot.
That's
But
awesome. That's really cool.
you know, you get caught up in these things, man.
Yeah.
Some people get in too deep, baby,
Right.
and
Right. Right.
that
Right.
definitely happens here. And oh, what a good story! The world building here is fantastic. The characters that he engages with throughout, you really come to love. Especially his friends, or hates, you know, depending
Yeah.
on what kind of role this character is playing. But it's strong emotions throughout. I also there's a second book and it came out very recently, so I got to like go through the first book and then just wait a couple of months. A lot of people were waiting a lot longer for this book to
Right.
come out. So the Strength of the Few came out this just last month,
Oh
and
wow. Okay.
I was able to get through it, and I enjoyed it very much. But there's a lot going on in it.
Okay.
There's just a lot, man, and it's a
Yeah.
little hard to follow, honestly. Like the one point of view that we have just with our main character gets split into three.
I
There's
remember you telling me about this. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a spoiler here. There's three versions of him now in three
Mm.
different worlds, and it's a lot to keep up with. There's not so much of a telling you, okay, we're looking at this character in this world now,
Mhm.
as you're going through it, and it made it a little difficult to follow at
Right.
times,
I would
but
imagine.
still a very good story. Still want to see what happens next in it. Still
Okay.
invested. So still very good. Lastly, we have Stormweaver by Bryce O'Connor.
Mhm.
This too has two books out so far, and there is going to be more. The first one is Iron Prince, and the second one is Fire and Song, and both are incredible. We have, you know, he's pretty much a anime protagonist. He's
Uh-huh.
even Japanese, and yeah, his name is Raiden. He's named after like the
Oh, no.
thunder god and stuff like that,
Of
right?
course.
So, um, and he just has badass abilities. It is definitely a story like a shonen type
Mhm.
story. You know, this kid that's been weak. He's had plenty of surgeries throughout his years because he has weak bones and things like this. Pretty much gets gifted overwhelming power.
Okay.
Um, that's and it's a school setting, so it's very Deku, you know.
Okay. Hey,
but
man. I respect it.
um, but the things that so the way that this works is the military, and people are given a device that lets you call a weapon. There are
Mhm.
different classes and things like this. He gets a device that actually lets him delve into each one of the classes instead of
Oh,
just
okay.
being dedicated to one. And all of his stats, so you have certain stats, and as you improve those stats, you rank up.
Mhm.
Um, they put all of his stats at zero at the beginning, so he's weak as hell,
Uh-huh.
and the only thing that he has S class is his potential. So as much work as he puts into it, he's going to grow so fast,
Oh,
and he
okay. I
does,
see.
and it's awesome. So yeah, he sucks at everything but S potential, so you're just going to grow like crazy, and he definitely does, and he whoops ass. It has awesome characters. Really, I always say that anytime an anime has a tournament, you know it's going to go down. You know
Oh
it's going
yeah.
to be
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
And I feel like that's books too, but just fighting tournaments in general are
Right.
like my shit, you
That's
know?
fair. That's
So
fair.
like these both of these books are chock full of them, and they're awesome.
That's
I love
awesome.
them so much. I love them so much. He has a lot of people working against him, but he's overcoming these odds with the power of friendship and plot
Of course.
armor,
Yeah.
and I love it. But yeah, I want to give it to He Who Fights with Monsters.
Okay.
I love spending time with Jason Asano. He might be my favorite. Oh, dude, it's hard because like Harry Dresden's out here. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Like, we got Wei Shi Linden and stuff, you know, from Cradle. Like they're great protagonists out here. He is at least on my Mount Rushmore. Let's say
Okay.
that
There you go. That's
of
fair.
book protagonists.
Right next to
So
Cody.
I love,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. There you go.
Just like-
No, man, I love Jason Asano. I love his crew. I love his enemies. I love that world. So yeah, yeah, it is most definitely going to be He Who Fights with Monsters. I can't wait to catch up to it.
Oh yeah, man, that's awesome. And because that's the one we got the comment on from the one reading the books, right?
Hold on 1 second, because this one died.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good. But we just recently got a comment on one of our TikToks, and I think it was the one that Ernest is talking about right now, where the comment is from the person who reads the books because he does audiobooks. And that's what I was asking him as he's figuring out his audio situation. But that does round up our specific like personal awards, just the things we make up here and there, make it all personal, do our own thing. But we are going to be getting into our main awards, the ones that we both have the same category, just different nominees and obviously probably different winners depending on what we're looking at here. If he fixes his stuff and whatnot. But yeah, um, we do have a few more awards here. Obviously, this has been running a little long already. This is our longest episode of the year. And for anyone who sticks around, we appreciate the hell out of you. Ernest, I saw a nod. Are you hearing me right now?
I'm working on getting it. It's coming from somewhere else. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it,
I'm
but
in the
I don't
closet.
know how I disconnected.
It's
So
okay. It's
my
completely
bad.
fine. You're good, man. You're good. But I will use that as a cue to go ahead and start off with the first award, and I will go over my nominees and whatnot for it. But this first award is a new one. It is a new one that we added this year. If you've been listening to the show or know me in general, I did recently. I say recently. It was February this year, early this year, that I lost my dog Kuzi. I had him for about 13 years, and we did have to say goodbye to him earlier this year. But we have an award named after him. That's going to be our own little thing of remembering and honoring him, my good old boy. And this it's called the Kuzi Awards, where we're the nominees, and the thing those eligible for it will be animals, essentially animals, animal companions. There is a line drawn. If they're human, like humanoid in any sense, no, they can't be here. So none of your furries can be in this award category. But like animals, of course, animal companions, they don't even necessarily have to be companions. They just have to be an animal specifically. Um, but going on, so my nominees, again, because we're going with the same way we've been doing this with four nominees. I do have Tula the cat from Hades 2. Um, you do get a number of animal familiars. I think you get four. You start with the frog, work your way up. But Tula is just too handy. She's too good. You get special perks from the different animals in the game, and she gives you extra death one extra use of Death Defiance. And oh my god, did I use that a lot? And it's awesome. How are you doing there, Ernest?
I'm doing good. I'm back.
Okay, you're back.
Oh,
I'm just going over my nominees and what he not here for the Kuzi Award. Um, but yeah, Tula the cat from Hades 2. You get extra Death Defiance, and if you've played even Hades 1, Death Defiance is so huge. And also, it's a cat. It's cute. Next one up here is my mount from Monster Hunter Wilds. His name was
yeah.
Kuzi. I named him Kuzi. I gave him white and brown as a coloring. Monster Hunter Wilds came out very, very soon after everything there, so it just had to happen. I've always named my mounts after him. But yeah, just had to put him there because, dude, your mounts, it's so big the way they help you out. Like it was. I knew how big it was in Rise already. I mean, sorry, yeah, no, Rise, it Rise already, but then in Wilds to get that full open world experience, they help so much. It's incredible. My next one up here is the Bell Beast in Hollow Knight Silk Song. She's a good girl. She's just a precious little lady that's getting you from one bell station to the other. You do meet her first as a boss fight, but once you subdue her, it's precious. It's just good times all around. I did not reach Act 3 of Hollow Knight Silk Song. I do plan to go back and do that. But I know in Hollow Knight Silk Song, when you get to Act 3, you get to a point where she has babies. And that's how we all learn she's a woman. And the babies are so cute. And I just love it. And I love the interactions you can have with her, because yeah, she just gets you from point A to point B, but you can start playing your music because you can play your needle as a little like violin, and she'll start singing with you, and it's so cute the first time you hear it because she just coos with you. And then my next one here, very recent addition, but there was no way I wasn't going to have him on here. He's a white and brown dog from Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and his name is Mutt. Um, very very recent. Like he was one of the last things I did in the game, but like he already ended up being just so useful. But I
Yeah,
love when you get the
he
full
helps in
like
a
you.
fight.
Dude, he's awesome. He's so 100%. Like tackle that guy. This is great. But literally, like when you do the little praises and he gets up in your face, I love it so much. Kuzi was a brown and white dog as well. Looked a little different, but that is okay. And I just had to have him on here. But I gotta give this award to the Bell Beast from Silk Song, because I spent a good 60 hours in that game. That precious little lady got me from one save point to the other, and literally to the point because I loved her so much. Anytime I passed her by, like, because you die and you start back at that save point right at the bell station, I was like, let's give her a little pat. Because if you do a little ground pound on her, it tickles her. And it's like, oh, gotta let her know I love her and that I appreciate her. Play the little music. She goes, ooh. And I was on my way. Gotta make sure she's having a good time there, man. But yeah, Bell Beast for me for the Kuzi Award on my end. But Ernest, what do you got?
Real quick, is there service in
82? Yes.
Hades? Yeah. Is it okay? Just making sure.
Just
Just want to make
not in the same capacity that you had the because that is Hades and oh my god, Zagreus's dog. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's his puppy. Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
All right. So first up for the Kuzi Awards is Beef from Dispatch.
Oh, respect,
I
respect, respect.
I love that look.
Beef is great.
The little tongue, the little, you know. But he doesn't do that. He really only gets in a little bit of trouble at the
It's
end.
true. And like you
They
don't see it coming because
um
it's like, no,
yeah,
why?
he doesn't necessarily like help you with
No,
anything. So as far as like companions go, but like he is
he's a light in the
100
dark.
there. He
Yeah,
100% there for Rob, like
100%.
even in his darkest moments, like he has that little butterball and he's like laying there drinking by himself in
Yep.
his apartment in his underwear, just like, thank you for listening to me, man. Like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like that's what a dog should be there for,
100%.
and
100%.
he's just a fat chihuahua. Like it's great.
It's
I love
adorable.
it. Yeah, yeah. I love how everybody that meets him too is just like
They're just
immediately in
enamored.
love.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So when your boss walks up and is just like, "Oh, look at this baby," like don't even care that
The
they're
fact
in the
that he even gets to
workplace, like
bring him to
that's amazing.
work is crazy. Yeah.
Dude, it's awesome, right? So next up, I named them Mikage. This is from Ghost of Yote, and it is the wolf companion of
Oh yeah.
sorts.
Okay. I named him Kiba.
So you do eventually get to a point where you can unlock a skill. If you throw something at somebody, they're coming into the picture and they're just gonna wipe motherfuckers out.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love the double standoffs. You do some with your brother, which is also awesome,
But it's just
but you
too
do
badass
some
to
with the
do it with the
wolf.
wolf, man. That's so
Oh,
cool.
dude, and it's so sick.
It's
It's
so
so
awesome.
sick. Double standout, and you both just take people out
It's
at the
so
same
cool.
time. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So yeah, big shout out to Mikage. Um, Mutt from Kingdom Come
I
Deliverance
figured
2.
he'd be on my list as well. He's a good boy.
It is just, he's so good. He's so good. He's also so useful.
Yeah.
Not only is he a good boy, not only is he just like there for you in those times of need, a la beef.
Yeah.
He's gonna like take people out for you, similar to Mikage, but it's more consistent in the gameplay as well.
Right. Because he's like always
So
with you.
yeah, big shout out to Mutt, and he's
Hell yeah.
adorable. And I always made sure to feed him extra,
Gotta
so
do it. Gotta do
so that he would love me.
it.
So all the treats, like I stayed on that sausage game, baby,
Damn
just
right.
for
Damn right.
my boy Mutt. Lastly, here I'm going to go with Walter from South of Midnight. He is a big fish. He's a
So I
big
had the catfish
catfish.
on here too, and then I
Yeah,
replaced him with Mutt.
no, that's cool. That's cool, man. Yeah, and I went there because I didn't know I wanted some variety out
No, it's
here
fair.
for our
You got
first
it.
ever
Hell yeah.
Kizzy
Hell yeah.
Awards.
I'm just glad he's here because
So
obviously he's worthy.
Yeah, Walter, he not only gives you a ride, he also gives you advice. He's a little bit of your guide as you go through this, even when you don't listen to his advice. Like
Right.
he's still
Right.
like
Right.
there for you, you know? And considering he starts off as a stranger and he really just like gets your back there, shout out to Walter
Hell
for
yeah.
sure. And he has an awesome voice,
He
man.
does. His
He's
accent and
so
everything is so
Louisiana.
good. Yeah, yeah,
Man, all right. So, I am going to give it to Mutt
yeah.
though.
Hell yeah. Respect it. Acknowledge him.
Mutt's the he's the dog.
He
I
is.
was gonna say the
He's
man,
the
but
dog.
it's literally not a man. So
He's the dog. Yeah,
he's the dog, dude. Like, I love Mutt. I love Mutt. Mutt went through a lot with me
I bet.
and was always there. Whether it was a conversation that I needed, if I just needed a little pet, not only for him but also for myself. But just so useful in combat as well. The
Yeah.
game really changes when you get your dog, baby.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and even when he runs away, sometimes he'll come back. You know,
That's
like
precious.
he always comes back.
Hell
So
yeah.
I love Mutt.
You
Yeah.
gotta love Mutt. Everyone definitely, granted, he's very far away from your starting point in Kingdom Come Deliverance
Mhm.
2. And as much as I tried, that did not end up being the first thing I did when I got opened up. But like, it's still very early that I got that guy. So definitely focus
Yeah.
that as
A
best you
horse is
can.
also very important in that
That's the next goal.
moment. So,
Okay, I say that's the next goal. There's just a bunch of other things that pop up, and that's just the nature of the game, baby. But next up here, game we would love to see adapted into TV or film. And I will specify which one of these like I want as a movie or a TV show, stuff like that. But my number one here, going off of what you just saying about Mr. Catfish, there, I do have South of Midnight, and I would love a series.
nice.
I think this would be a really good series. If nothing else, just again to get ingrained in this culture. Um, so I'm a big Steven Universe fan, and it became a thing. Not every episode had music in it, but like it was always a thing that like when the songs were coming, like oh dude, we're in for a treat this week, and I would love to have that same feeling with like a South of Midnight as you're going through with
Mhm.
the music and whatnot, the folklore, the story. As of right now, the way I'm thinking about this, it would be a retelling of this adaptation. You have time to fix that final boss, guys. Just make him a compelling character. But like the guy who guides you to the final boss is so much more interesting than the final boss. It's just like
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
like why can't you just be the guy? But it's fine. Um, but yeah, and then the whole story about like your I think it's her grandmother, but it's from her dad's side because her dad's
Right.
white and stuff like that. Like there's so much narrative there that I think would be really good in terms of like a TV show. Next one here, Midnight Walk, and this is the only one I have on here that I think I would look at as a just all movie. Stop motion, you gotta because they're definitely going for the Tim Burton style here, and I think that would lend itself perfectly to this. Um, I do think again you could just retell the same story, but I think that the challenging part would be taking your character, the player's character, that would have just hands, making that something else. But Pot Boy and like this journey through the Midnight Walk, this world is so interesting. Like I'm happy it won Best VR Game. I'm happy it was up for that. But I do feel like that doesn't do it enough credit of just like, dude, the narrative's really good. The music's also really good. The atmosphere, it's like indie Tim Burton. It's really really awesome. And if you're down for that like gothic aesthetic with like a meaningful story at the heart of it, it's so good. I do think it would be a short film though, like an hour, even shorter
Mm.
possibly. Next up here, I know I didn't say I loved it, but there are things I did, and I am going to go on for Donkey Kong Bonanza. I used to watch the really bad Donkey Kong show. If you look up a single image from it, it is one of the ugliest things you've ever seen with your eyes. I do think you keep the same animation style here. Obviously, we're in kind of like the Nintendo media renaissance, no, film renaissance. We know we've seen clips or the whole thing of that original Super Mario Brothers movie. What the hell was that? Now we're here. Now we've had the Super Mario Bros. Not the most in-depth story, but one of the most gorgeous things I saw like, whenever that came out. And the
Yeah.
trailer for the new one, holy crap! It just looks so good. You can obviously for a show you might want to lower that for your budget or whatnot, but even if you're hitting a fraction of that with the animation that you have, like the character design, I mean, from even if you take the Donkey Kong from the Super Mario Bros. Movie or take him from the literal game of Donkey Kong Bonanza, there is a meaningful story here, and the heart of that story is Pauline. Shout out to the Game Awards for having the voice actress come out to do her part of the song for that final bit of the orchestra. Meaningful stuff, and I do think getting that story out there in terms of a TV show would be so good. But my
And we
last
keep
one
Seth
here.
Rogen, right?
So my last one here. No, we don't. We the only thing Donkey Kong's allowed to say is banana. Um, the last one here
And
is my
then Seth
winner.
Rogen left.
You know what? I'd take it if he's just saying banana, sure. But my last one here is one I would probably go the anime route, but at least animated. But it would be a TV series, and I do say Silent Hill F. It was up for best narrative of the year. I do think that's very deserving. But and it varies. Obviously, Justin had no problem with the combat and whatnot. Granted, we've seen him torture himself over plats. Like, dear God, you should have just not platted Ghost of Yote, dude. But
Yeah.
but there's multiple endings to this game. I did not necessarily love my time with the combat and the like how much I didn't like the combat of it. I just it hinders how much I want to go back. And because you have to do like the harder difficulty for to get certain things and stuff like that. I do think it's just a more approachable way to give people this really good story. You have the voice cast. There's no way voice actors are just going to be like, oh, that was my one and done. They would come back, I guarantee it. So yeah, absolutely, bring it back, and then it'll give something else for that lead actress to react to on her Twitch channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, Silent Hill F all the way. Ernest, what are your noms and winner for this?
Oh, that was the winner. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that is my
Uh,
winner.
so the first one that I have here is Expedition 33.
Yep,
Notice I didn't say Clair Obscur.
that's right.
Um, I would like something within the painting showing that I forget what expedition it was. I think it was 50 something. Um,
I only
the
know
the
one
just
expedition.
strong one. The
66.
Yeah, okay, 66. They're and
Yes.
they are just
They're
like
just
super
jacked. They
buff.
didn't
Like
have
I
weapons.
would right. Yeah. Yeah. They just worked out.
Yeah.
Like we're just gonna get
Yeah,
there
yeah,
by just
yeah.
working out real
Absolutely.
hard, dude. I want to see that story, you know,
Absolutely. It's
and
insane. Yeah.
potentially some of those other expeditions as
Right. Any
well,
one of them are
because
probably good.
you do have a lot of background.
Lune's
It would
parents. Yeah.
only add to the story of Expedition 33 as you're finding their different flags and
Right.
stuff like that. Like, oh, I know who that was. Like, I know what happened to those
You can do
people,
an
you know?
anthology with it. Different
It,
different things. Yeah.
and just have like an episode dedicated to like different ones that like stand out, right?
Yeah.
That would be so cool, man.
And literally getting like
Um,
Lune's parents recording their last thing that she hears at the end of her side stuff. That'd be crazy. That'd be
oh,
insane. Yeah, that'd be so good.
it's genius.
It
Call
is.
us, call us.
You
Because
get the credit, but yeah, yeah, yeah.
who's doing that? Like Amazon? No, that's Life is Storytelling, baby.
Woo. The win for the team.
Next up, Dispatch.
Yeah.
Once again, doesn't even necessarily have to be these characters that we have from
It's the only
the
way Ernest is going to get a good ending if he gets to watch it.
the what? Oh, damn
Because if you
you,
play it, you're going to screw
damn
it
you.
up.
No, man. Like I would just love stories from within this world with that same like comedic flair that this
Mhm.
has. I would be 100% on board with that. Critical Role, folks.
Right.
I feel like
They got to
y'all
think
could
about storytelling.
push that forward a little bit, you
Yeah.
know, maybe. But just yeah, because all throughout Dispatch as well, they talk about the downtown branch.
Right.
They never show you too much from the downtown branch other than Phenomena Man coming from there, right?
Right.
After he gets kicked out, being all depressed on the highway and shit, bro.
Oh, man.
he's
Phenomenal.
he's hilarious. Willing bam. And I would just love to see, and maybe we do the downtown branch. Maybe we do a different city. Doesn't have to be
Yeah.
LA, but I would love to see
Yeah.
more of this. And because it doesn't necessarily, it doesn't feel like Invincible. It doesn't feel
No,
like The Boys or anything
no,
like that,
it's
but
its
it
own
is
thing.
like adult superhero shit, you
Right.
know? And I appreciate the genre. I also appreciate its uniqueness within that genre.
Yeah.
I would love to see more, you
Oh yeah.
know. Um next one is going to be Arc Raiders. I
I
say
respect
this
it. No, I respect it. But are we doing
because
movie or TV show?
I think, and it depends. It really depends. Because there's lore there. There's
Yeah.
lore here that
There is.
you get pieces of it as you complete quests,
Mhm.
and so once in a while you'll find something out in the world that like leads you to believe this one thing or whatever. Like we know that we have the first wave out here. Maybe we can get the first wave, and maybe the first wave would be a movie,
Yeah.
so we can see
Why are
like
all
how
these
this.
barren husks out here? And like,
Right, right. How they were able to like defeat them after
yeah.
getting their asses whooped for some time, I
And
imagine,
why haven't we
stuff
seen
like
it?
that.
Like in our faces.
How we ended up going underground, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
That's fair.
So, but there's also more. Like, I mean, there's you can focus in, make a character or whatever
Yeah.
and send them out in that world going on raids, stuff like that, running into different things. And I feel like just that would be exciting as well. It doesn't even have to be tied to the lore that's already there. Just building off of it,
That's fair.
so
I mean, there's
um
plenty. Yeah.
and because it can be, especially when you're worried about getting shot in the back, stuff like this, or like you just came off a loss but you completed a mission,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like because you put something in your safe pocket or something like that, it can be difficult to really absorb that lore straight from the
Yeah.
game. So I feel like an adaptation would do really well.
Right. Like I try to
um
focus on the stories of like why we're being sent out here to do something, but like motherfucker, when I'm out there, dude, I'm
right.
just trying to get
Yeah, I'm
back.
not
I'm
thinking
just trying
about
to get
this
back.
shit. Yeah. And like some of the missions too, like you just gotta like, what's the one, you go look at the highway or
Take a picture.
whatever. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
there's supposed to, yeah, take a picture of the highway. There's supposed to be like something lore based with that, and I don't know what the hell it was. I
I don't
can't tell you
either.
what it was
Yeah,
right now.
especially
So
because I,
yeah.
like, I did that in solo, and like I heard gunfire. I was like, oh no,
Mm.
I gotta get going. I gotta
Yeah,
get
you
going.
just hit square, you get the hell out of
Out of here.
there. So
Yeah.
um I think that's X for you Xbox folks. I don't know about PC. Um, but lastly, I have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Fair enough.
I feel like the story, I would want the story to complete first before we get any adaptation of it. But Henry's
That's fair.
story, I feel, is a good one.
Yeah.
And I feel like the events from the game could just very easily be slid into a script.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
it's a really good story, at least what we've got from it so far, and I think that it would do well on screen.
And like, there's so much
Uh,
other extra stuff to the story. You don't even have to include that, and that still gives you a reason to go back and play the game.
right.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then there's also different characters that you can there's a lot of very good, like well thought out, well written characters
But
within this world that you can give their perspective instead. If we do Mutt, it's going to be like that horror movie that the dog
no,
got
no,
nominated
no, no, no,
for
no.
awards
It's
for.
gonna be like the Rugrats movie where Bruce Willis voiced Spike. I understand. So
I forgot about that.
my original
Yeah,
thing for that joke
it's
was to
crazy.
get Bruce to say Bruce Willis to do it again, and I'm so sorry he can't. But
Oh,
respect to what he
fuck
did
you,
put out there
Chris.
in form of Spike. So acknowledge him.
You bastard, Chris. Yeah, Bruce Willis is awesome. We love
He's
him.
awesome.
But
Respect.
I'm gonna go ahead. After I was gonna say Expedition 33 at first. I think I give it to Arc Raiders after the conversation that we had, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's all you could do
There's a
there.
lot of potential there, and I picture it actually live action. I would love to
Oh,
see a person standing in front of a fucking queen or a baron or something
yeah,
like
that'd
that.
be some shit.
Like
That'd be some
yeah,
shit.
throw some dope CG in
But
there,
follow me
and I
here
think it could be a really good action movie, something
because it
like that.
could be.
Go ahead.
But let me paint something for you. So
Yeah.
let's get those animators from Scavenger's Drain. Let's take a little bit of that. Let's see what they do with that sci-fi material, how they
Everything's
elevate
better
that.
animated.
And
Fuck.
that's all I needed to hear. Y'all have a good rest of your night. I'm just kidding. But no, I will say when you originally said it, I also pictured live action. 100%. 100%.
It's what was in my head for it. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a good pick,
And
man. That's a good pick.
just yeah. Yeah, so let's go Arc Raiders. Let's
Arc
go Arc
Raiders. All right,
Raiders.
man. Arc Raiders
Yeah.
and Silent Hill F. You never know where we're going. So next here is most satisfying ending. One of these we've already talked about a little bit, but I get to give a little Ernest a little rub on one of these. So my first one here is Death Stranding 2 on the beach. When I got to the ending of this game, like I've talked about this before, I got obsessed with this crap, and it got to a point where I was like, Chris, you gotta stop. You gotta put it down. We gotta go. We gotta lay it to rest, man. I beat 10 less games this year than I did last year. Uh, and I have to assume, because I was gaming, it has to be because of Death Stranding. I can't. There was a year I played three Persona games back to back, and I went 60
That's
hours in
right.
each. Like, I don't know. You're gonna hear my cat sneezing. But we went three like I did three Persona games back to back to back and 60 hours per. And that wasn't only the only I'm pretty sure that's the same year I beat The Witcher. Um Even if it's not, that's a lot of hours. But yeah, I Death Stranding 2 engulfed me. I love that story. I love that world. I love the characters. I adore the new characters. It's just so good. Next one up here, and I'm going to talk about it in some full detail so you know what I'm talking about. Hades 2. I'm just kidding. It is Hades 2, but I'm not going to talk about it in too much detail. But it is very satisfying, I will say, and you do work for it. Very much in the same vein as you work for the ending in the first one. And again, if I gave it a 10 out of 10. You'd seen an ocean of 10 out of 10s for this freaking thing before I touched it. And yeah, it's so good. It's really good. And when you get to the ending of it, you get like finality conclusions. It feels really solid and you just are like there's a release. And there's more, and that's the scary thing. So I do have stuff to go back to. My next one up here is my favorite part of this game, Donkey Kong Bonanza. The final area and boss fight, I guess you would call it. It's incredible. The big spoiler is you go through the whole game thinking that the Void Company is the bosses, like they're the bad guys, Void Kong and his lackeys. And then you find King K. Rool towards the end. I'm not the biggest Donkey Kong guy, but I know the significance. We all know the big crocodile, and he hates Donkey Kong. And it's huge when he shows up. The music changes, you get some classic tunes with it. And my God, is there a difficulty spot? It's just like, excuse me. But after he handed my ass to me a couple of times, then you're just like, okay, we're in it. And it feels great. And you feel so good getting through it. And you're just like, where was this fun? There's like for me again a lot of high praise for that game. But yeah, and when you get to the end and like Pauline stuff and everything, it's just so good. Um, and then my last one here, and this is the one I'm just gonna, hey Ernest, how you doing there, bud? So it depends on how you play the game, of course, but Dispatch. Because I did quite well my one playthrough. So well, I did not want to go back and play it because I got the girl. I got them. I got my boy to being as heroic as he can be. I caught her. Not only did I get the girl, she chose not to be evil. She sided with good. She helped me. We got everything we wanted in the end, except I did not get Bird Girl out of jail. So I will say, sucks about that, but at the same time, I just prefer Sonar so much more. Um, but respect where respect is due, of course. But my winner out of this is Death Stranding 2. That's not even close. I love that ending. I love the whole story, the whole experience. I really was kind of worried with how like obsessed I was with like getting my S rank deliveries. That I was just like, okay, we're going to go beat this thing. Is it going to live up to what I'm wanting? As I'm like fighting with myself to just go deliver more, and yeah, it absolutely delivered. And there's love, there's loss, and oh man.
Delivered.
Oh, dude, I didn't even think about
Right.
it. It's
Yeah.
still inside me, you see. It's a curse. But yeah. I'm Kojima's Frankenstein. But yeah, it's incredible. It's so good. And I know it didn't get talked about too much in the music conversation. Granted, it was up for soundtrack of the year as well. But dude, it's fantastic. The music, the acting, the performances, the visuals, just beautiful stuff all around. Death Stranding 2 for me. Ernest, what do you got for most satisfying ending? I know Dispatch isn't on
Oh,
here.
right. It's not, it still almost made it up though. Like I highly consider still putting it up there
Yeah.
because even with the bad ending, that doesn't go well with Vizzy. right? But there's still very good things about that ending. You're
Right,
still
because there's
celebrating
not
with your
that much
team.
different. Yeah.
Right, right. And just that whole last section of the game, the boss
Yeah.
fight that you're having, you don't
Yeah.
have to do too much for it, but like, fighting
But they have you
the big
there.
bad.
Like,
Right,
you're
right.
in that X in that
Um
square. Yeah.
and just seeing the team come together, the music that's playing, all that stuff, it's an awesome ending to a game,
Yeah.
especially the celebration at the end. But it did not make the list because fuck that shit. God damn. Anyway, my most satisfying endings.
Okay.
So first up, we have Ghost of Yotei. There is
Okay.
one thing at the end there that
Say it.
we could.
Say
He
it.
didn't have to jump in. He
Oh,
didn't
he
have
didn't.
to jump
He
in,
really
bro.
didn't.
Like I had it. I was
We did.
handling. No, I was getting my ass handed to me a little bit in that fight. I
But like,
wasn't. It wasn't like a first try thing,
yeah.
but it does get to a point where you start to learn his patterns, you start to learn
Right.
his moves, and it's like, okay, I'm getting this down. And then dude just jumps in, we're gonna do this together. Like,
Yeah.
no, bro,
Bro,
God
you have a child.
damn. Let me do this. And
Yeah.
and then
He takes it.
he's killed for it. So could have done without that, but it is still very satisfying.
Yeah.
Although we pretty much did get a story that's very much, we've seen it. We've seen
We did.
revenge
Yeah.
stories, and we knew where this was going and stuff like
But
that.
same thing
It
with the
is still
first Ghost,
very
man. Yeah.
satisfying because the things that Atsu went through as a character, as a younger person, and worked towards all leads up to that, and for it to go down like that, even still, especially because she gets more taken from her at the end, it
Yeah.
only makes it that much more satisfying to put that motherfucker down.
Right.
So you also end up with like a happy family dynamic at the end. So
Happy-ish.
it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Her dad's dead.
Yeah.
And the wolf leaves.
Auntie mommy. Auntie mama. Uh and then I have Mafia the Old Country.
I forgot that game came
Yeah.
out this year. Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. So, Mafia the Old Country is a very good game.
Yeah.
There are things about it. Driving still not the best. Combat is good. It's better than the other Mafias. I'll give you that.
There you go.
It's not trying to be Grand Theft Auto or anything like that. It is
Which is a good
fairly linear, but down that line, once you get to that end, it is kind of one that you see coming once again. It's not a huge twist or anything. We know how these Mafia's tales go. The guy you were working with is the bad guy the whole time.
Right. Yeah.
It's the Mafia. It's how it goes, man.
Hey,
Your boss is not a good guy.
I'm Tony
Who
Soprano
would have
over
thought?
here.
Yeah. You telling me the guy in charge of the Mafia is gonna get mad if I date his daughter? Like, yeah. But once again, it is very satisfying when it does go down. Especially considering the events leading up to that. There are some tragic events leading up into that boss fight, and for it to go down the way that it does. I also just appreciate the knife fighting in that game.
Okay.
It's so cool. It's so cool. Like you have just straight up knife, because there's obviously a lot of shooting stuff like this.
Yeah.
But the knife fights are top tier, and
Okay.
for that to be there at the end, so
Phenomenal.
nice. Lastly, Silent Hill F. Now, I only got one ending. I got the initial one, and that's the only one that I've seen. But what a twist, though. I was not ready. I wasn't ready for it, dude.
It was her.
And yeah, dude, yeah. But like the whole red pill thing, is amazing. It's so good, I said lastly, I got one more. It's so good. I really did not see it coming. There's zero way to see that coming unless you look it up, right?
No, yeah.
Like, but yeah, for that to lead into, okay, so she's just been but she's been delusional this whole time. Like, she's been beating people up with a pipe, it seems like. I'm still not completely sure. But my mind was just so blown at the end of this that I was like, oh, satisfied, right? But I gotta give it to my last one here.
Okay.
Yeah, Expedition 33, bro. I'm not trying to Game Awards it and give them every single award or anything like that.
About on a few awards.
But oh man, these endings, both of them, they fucked me up really good. They got me. I was questioning life, man, and just what it means to be alive, and like, does my life matter and stuff like
Yeah.
this because of these two endings, you know?
Mm.
And if I had it, like, my L's ending is mine, like I consider that my end, and it's so messed up,
Yeah.
and and I love it. But the shot where she got like the eye
Right, and the
thing
paint's going
going on,
down. Yeah,
oh
yeah,
dude, that sticks with me. I think I need a new wallpaper, but I love Liv Morgan, but I should just put that picture as my
yeah.
wallpaper or something. But yeah, man, I love it. I love it so much. Like, the entire story, that whole journey. Obviously, like, we both picked it for best narrative, I believe.
No,
Did you pick something else?
I picked Death
You
Stranding.
picked
I picked the
Kojima.
right
Okay.
answer. Yeah. I'm just,
Nah.
just playing.
Oh, where's that trophy at then? And then so we, uh-huh. So uh-huh. So sorry. No, man, but yeah, that ending just hit so hard. Like,
Yeah.
I went out and stared at the sky when I finished that game
I
for a while
painted.
and just
Mm.
thought, yeah, yeah. And it's led to so much conversation that
Mm.
I've had with people, like, even people that like don't play the game. I can like explain the concept to get them like there to the end,
Yeah.
and we can have a meaningful conversation just based off of that. Like, I feel like I don't know, I don't want to say like it changed me as a person or
Mm.
anything like this, but like I feel like I think differently about life like after playing this game, and that ending just really has a lot to do with it. So
That's fair. I
yeah,
mean, after that, how can you not give it to that?
right.
Well, no, yeah, absolutely, very fair, very worthy. They won the awards. I don't have to be nice. So I will say this, and I understand this is already a long show. Why are we segueing? But like, it is so difficult because, and somebody shared this the other day. I don't remember where it was. I meant to share it to you as well, Ernest. Somebody being like, "Oh, I feel like I've seen this before." Something comes, a piece of media comes out really early in the year. It's really, really good. I love it. People see it, they love it too. It gets nominated for a lot of awards. It wins a lot of awards. Everyone starts hating it. And what they're referring to is Everything Everywhere All at Once at the Oscars, comparing it to the amount of hate that Expedition 33 is getting right now online. It's so dumb.
Yeah,
And it's so hard for me. I have valid critiques, man. But the second I
yeah.
bring them, I say something out there because I don't think anything's bad. I just get lopped in with them. I'm like, God damn it. You're making it so no one wins. You're terrible. It's just, oh my God. You're just
Yeah, well,
bastards,
maybe
man.
stop being like them.
Hey, man. That and Everything Ever All at Once are terrible. I hate it so much. So next up
I was
here.
about to say something nice about you, and I'm
I
not
pulled down
going
my hat showing you I'm joking. It's an A24. So my
to.
next thing up here, you could have, you know what? We're doing our game awards. I bought you a shirt for Expedition 33 and you could have worn it right now. Um, but I
It's
could
in the
also
watch.
wear my Death Stranding shirt. But I'm wearing
It's like
Last
literally in the watch.
Guardian. That's old as hell at this point. But next award here is most underrated game. Especially this year. There's a lot of bangers. There's a lot of bangers. And like I would not consider even like you can't consider Kingdom Come Deliverance to a like maybe one, but two it was up for multiple awards. Like like fans' choice. It made it through several rounds of voting. That you cannot call that like an underrated game. It was beloved by so many. To put that on your list would make you an idiot. So I'm just going off of your facial reaction as I'm just messing with you. But I will say I don't think that like did you have that on your list?
What game?
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
I don't have that on there. No.
Okay, I get your face in
No,
your
no, you got rated real high. Like, a lot of
right,
people
and
love it. A
that's the
lot of
thing.
people were
That's the
like
thing.
buying for it. Nah, bro. Nah,
Right,
yeah,
because so like
yeah.
one was like a sleeper hit, and then two like it got everything. Like obviously, it didn't win
Right.
all the awards, but it has won awards at other circuits. Obviously, we're focusing mainly on like the Keeleys, but it's great. It's so good. But like, there's just so many. Like, I'm not gonna say like there. Obviously, Expedition's the top one.
There's a lot of games though that didn't get as much as Kingdom Come
Right,
Deliverance, so they're
right, for
even
sure.
more underrated.
For
Yeah, yeah,
sure.
yeah.
And that's kind of what this area is focused on. So I will say my nominees, and are these all? So three of these are indie. One of them is not. So Sword of the Sea, indie game that came out earlier this year, not too long ago, made by Giant Squid. It's a studio. I only remember it has some people that worked on Journey, and you see that in this game because he's surfing through the desert. But it's beautiful. It like I beat this in like 2 days. There's a part where you surf with orcas, and I'm like, oh my god, yes, this is so cool. And then there's a giant
He loves
shark.
orcas.
I do love orcas. And then there's a giant shark, and then I feel like I'm doing the Death Stranding thing, and then there's a whale. Now
And then there's
cry. But literally, you're going through the desert, and you're bringing life back to the desert by interacting with these different points that makes like water spread, and like along with that, like water creatures come around, and you're able to like just surf around with them, and it's really cool. It's really neat. It is pretty simplistic, but like there is a beauty to that. My next one up here is Midnight Walk. Again, I do think I'm so happy it won an award. You can call it a Game Award winner. It won Best VR of the Year, but that's as much as they want to push it. I say they want to push it. PlayStation's not supporting that crap. Like they're just not. I played this not in VR. Very worth your time. But then next up here, South of Midnight, did get some recognition. I think out of all the ones I have here, this is the one that got the most. But I still think like how did I know how it happened because they gave three awards, the three nominees to Expedition 33. But the lead actress is so worthy of that award, and she's gotten it at other
Yeah.
places. She has. There's other awards again, but yeah, just saying that out there. But then other than South of Midnight, I do have Avowed. So
Nice.
Avowed is good. Avowed is a good game, and that is very solid. And it's like part of a insane thing that happened this year where Obsidian put out three games, and two of them got nominated both for RPG of the year. And like that, like obviously it didn't win, but that's incredible. Like that's like a
Yeah.
story. And one of the like Grounded 2 early access, no one knew that was coming. Um, Obviously it's had multiple updates at this point. We played through Grounded 1 this year. It's go Obsidian rules. Nothing
Yeah.
else to say
They're
about
good.
that. But
They're good
Avowed,
at stuff.
they are 100%. But Avowed is just like, and this is my thing. I was like, Chris, say something nice about Avowed. The combat's really neat.
It is.
And you
It
get
is.
Garrus back as a companion. He's not a character that's nearly fleshed out as much
But
as
it's
Garrus, but it's his voice. It is
his
cool to
voice.
hear it again.
Yeah.
I love to hear it again. And there are cool companions. And then like when we did our review, listen to that from earlier this year. There were some choices that me and Ernest made differently, and like that kind of stuff leads to really cool conversation, and that's really cool. I only played like a couple. Like I played a night of the other two they put out this year, Outer Worlds. But I know
Mhm.
Ernest is really big on it. Um, and honestly, I think that one's kind of a little underrated, mainly because it came out so close to the end of the year. That just happens. Like, why are we talking about Indiana Jones this year? He was much better as Higgs. Um, but I will say the one that takes the cake for me, it's Midnight Walk. Again, anytime anything I can do to praise this game, it deserves the praise. I absolutely love it. It's so worth your time. I completely understand a $40 price tag for something that you can beat in a weekend. That's tough. That's absolutely tough. Watch for it on sale, man. I'm telling you, you do not need VR to enjoy this. I I can't imagine how much it gets heightened by the VR, in all honesty. So yeah, definitely recommend it. But Ernest, what do you got for your most underrated games?
All right, most underrated games. So the first one that I have here is Mafia: The Old Country.
Fair
We've
enough.
heard no mention of it. You
Fair
literally
enough.
just said,
I
"I forgot that
forgot
came
it
out
came
this year."
out. The second I said that, I was
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I know what's on his list. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Oh
it
man.
is a game that I was very hyped for at the beginning
Yeah,
of the year.
we
Go
absolutely were.
back and see our earlier episodes, and I'm talking about like, oh, it's gonna be awesome. I'm
Yeah.
so looking forward to this. Last year, I played the Mafia 1 and 2 just to get ready for the Old Country. I did think it was coming out last year. I was a little disappointed to find out I was wrong about that, but that's on me. Um,
It rolled around eventually.
but I so happy that I got to play this game. I got pretty much everything I wanted from it. I would still love for them to be able to tell a different kind of story. Like
Uh-huh.
your boss doesn't end up being a villain or whatever, like trying to
He's
get
an
you at the
okay
end, you know?
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's just, I
He
mean, or
plays
like,
about.
you're you're aligned in
Right.
your like goals or something like that. Let's do something like that. It can even be there's always like a rival gang and stuff
Right.
like this, but like maybe that could be the big thing
Yeah.
this time, and it's not just your guy trying to kill you,
Or you be
but
the bad guy and betray your boss. Hey,
or maybe you're the boss,
there
something
you
like
go.
this, right?
That'd be crazy.
I don't know. A lot of different ways we can go, but I did enjoy the time that I had with Mafia, the old country. I also have South of Midnight
Yeah.
on
Oh yeah.
here. It is a really, really good story.
Yeah.
The combat it gets a little
It's a little simple.
repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very simple,
It's
and
very simple.
therefore it becomes
It's like
repetitive
very simple
pretty
Spider-Man.
easily.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Or like the rhythm, the
Oh, Hi-Fi Rush.
Batman. Yeah. No,
Oh,
I was
okay.
thinking of
Sorry.
that
You
Batman.
said rhythm. I was just like,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I see
That,
what
that makes sense. I like where you went there, but yeah, I
but
was
I see what you're
thinking
saying.
of Batman. Yeah, the rhythm of Batman.
Like I got
um,
very quickly to a point where I was like, I don't care what I'm putting my upgrade points to in her tree. I was like, I don't
it's
know.
whatever, dude. Just let me get through so
Right.
I can
Let me
see
hear
more
the
of the
music and
story.
hear the
You know?
story. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, but those parts are so good. I like
And
the
it's
way
very
that it's
visually pleasing.
animated. There is a terrible. I can't stand those chase scenes still,
Oh, I
but
forgot about those.
um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I definitely have more positive things to say about this game than negative,
Yeah.
and I think that the positives far outshine anything that the negative is doing.
Respect it.
It's yeah stands out a lot more than anything bad. So next up, I have rematch. Um,
Fair, honestly.
I I just feel like there's not a lot of people talking about it,
Not
man.
really.
It
No,
is
no,
a
no.
very very good game. Mechanically, it's the best soccer game I've ever played.
Fair.
Football, depending on where
It's
you're
the
at,
only
right?
one I've ever played.
Um, dude, like this Chris played a sports game with me.
And I was
That's not
excited for it
wrestling,
before it came out.
you know.
Yeah. I was like
Yeah,
following
dude.
updates. I was like,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Because like same creators as Sifu, we loved Sifu.
Yeah.
We thought that was a very good game,
Both got that
especially
flat.
mechanically. And
Yeah.
you would expect at first we were like, "What the fuck is soccer game
Yeah.
from them? That's
Especially me.
crazy."
Yeah. But
Slow
yeah.
clap. You said slow clap.
Yeah. So that. Mm-hmm.
That's them, right? Okay, yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, so and then it started to make sense. Like, oh, but like if the mechanics of the fighting were like this, I see how you could like put that into a football game.
Yeah.
And
And it worked.
I love that game. Like I said, it was up for earlier.
Sports
I
game.
played it like last week again.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, man. Yeah, I think rematch just deserves to be loved on. And especially because we've been getting the same thing over and
Right.
over and over again with FIFA or
Yep.
EA Club or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Mm.
Same shit.
Right.
It's nice
Soccer.
to have something different, man. It's really nice to have something different. And if we can get licensing for teams, like if we just have a whole game with this type of mechanics, it'd be
That'd be huge.
insane.
That'd be huge.
Yeah. Um, Lastly, I have Frag Punk. We got on
Fair.
this game and we had an awesome time with it, man. Frag
Even
Punk
coming
is
back onto their
awesome.
first new character. Yeah.
It I consider it better Valorant.
That's
Like
okay.
I
Yeah.
know there's people out there that do prefer Valorant, and to you, like I respect your love for the retro, but it feels like an old ass game. Frag Punk feels very very new. It accomplishes the same thing. I really like the different characters that they have in here. But and they got personalities and shit too, you know. So yeah, I had a great time with Frag Punk. We were on that for a while
We were.
too.
That was our game for a bit.
Got back on to try new characters, stuff like that. But I feel like if that's the kind of game that you're into, come to find out, what's it called? High Guard
Yeah.
is like that. I didn't
Something like
realize
that.
from the trailer.
So
Right,
it's
right.
also trying to be, and granted, we're burned on this because every shooter tries to say this. It's trying to be something like they usually say the things like it's similar to this, but we're making it our own thing, stuff like that. And
It's
we're
like
gonna
an
know soon enough.
amalgamation of a bunch of shit or
Right.
something,
Right,
you
right. We're
know?
getting it in
Yeah.
like a month, so it'll be fun.
Like you know who did that really well? What are they called? The game show one. Was it just called the show? I can't
The
remember.
show
No, that's
one.
the baseball game.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, where it's like a battle royal, but you're trying to like steal the money and the
Oh,
positives and stuff
the
like
the
that. You know what I'm talking
finals.
about? The finals. There you go.
Finals.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
fun fact, before I forget,
They did a great
the
job with
finals
that.
and Arc Raiders are in the same universe.
That's wild.
That is wild.
Like and so like those that's taking place like underground, and that's why it's all
So
digitalized
that I don't
and
know.
stuff, right?
So I don't know if it's like one led
That's
to
how
the
it makes sense in
future
my
of
head.
another. Look, so I don't know if they're at the same time frame.
Mm.
So that could also be a thing. I could have looked
It
it
would
up,
make
but
it
yeah,
would make sense as to like why it's virtual reality, like the
right,
buildings and stuff
right,
like that.
100%,
They would be doing it like
100%.
underground
But very
since
cool.
they can't go up to the cities up there.
Right, right.
But yeah, man, Frag Punk's awesome. So I'm gonna give it to Mafia the Old Country.
That's
Nobody's
fair.
talking about my
No one's talking
boys,
about
man.
Mafia.
it's
No hate. It's just you're
it's
right, absolutely right.
it's a good like it's a similar story to what we've had before, but there are unique characters in here that bring different feelings to it. The
Yeah.
betrayals feel real. The loss feels very real. I shed a tear to this game.
No.
The combat has come a long way. You would expect it to, especially after so long. But I also like that Mafia is kind of finding its own identity and not trying to be anything else.
That's good.
They're and just going back to the old country in the first place, because we had like New York, or like Liberty, whatever you want to call it, Liberty Shores or whatever,
Yeah.
some LA type stuff. I really enjoyed going back to just Italy, getting like that experience.
Hmm.
So yeah, Mafia the Old Country for me.
Fair enough, man. I respect it. But one of my favorite awards we do here is favorite antagonist. And I love
Yeah.
to right some wrongs. You know what I mean? Like I love to right some wrongs when I get the chance. But we're going to talk about this. So my nominees for favorite antagonist, if, of course, you can look up the definition if you want, but it's essentially the bad guy. Who are you going up against? Who's your foil as the main character? I do have Trobio as my pick from Silk Song. Obviously, in a game like Silk Song, you can technically pick almost any boss. But if you look up Trobio, Trobio is the very flamboyant bug he says things like Trobio, and he does it repeatedly. I think he's Italian. It sounds like it, but he's hilarious. And as you're fighting him, he's part of a carnival act. He has like confetti going off, fireworks and everything, and he's just so funny. And at the same time, because he distracts you with how funny he is, he's still part of the game and he's not easy. So it's just like, oh no. And when you beat him, like it's again really hilarious because he goes, oh, 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 and he just dies very dramatically. And you come back to his boss arena, you'll see him like looking around, and when he notices you, he goes right back to the ground like, oh, oh, and it's really funny. Um, but yeah,
That's
he's just
good.
awesome. My next one up here, because again, even I know I talk a lot of crap about things, but I'm a sassy man. I'm a sassy man.
This is
Renoir
real sassy,
from
sassy
Expedition
vodka.
33. I do think no hate to Charlie Cox as our boy there, but I feel like if you're doing the three, in my head, if you ask me who are the big three performances from Expedition 33, yeah, absolutely. Jennifer English, absolutely. Ben Starr. But I go, it's not Anthony Mackie. Why is that the name? Oh my god, I'm blanking on his name right now.
Circus.
Andy Serkis. Okay, cool, cool. Andy Serkis, you may know him as Gollum, not from the game, but Renoir here as I don't want to get it twisted, man. I don't want to get it twisted, but
We are a
Renoir.
video game podcast.
But from the moment Renoir shows up, it's insane. Like you meet
It's
him very
intense.
early on. Yeah, it's so crazy. And I was just like, is this an anime? Because like the moment that you land on the island and just the people you really thought were gonna be like your dudes. Like, oh dude, we just shared drinks with a bunch of our friends. You're not even the captain of your crew. It's this other guy that I don't know the name of. Because guess what? He dies right here. It's crazy. He's like, sir, because obviously the first thing that happens here, and it's the first thought I had, it's because you know the lore when you get to this point. You know people don't like old people shouldn't exist. The oldest people are gonna be the number that's floating on that statue for that year until they get erased at the end of the year and the number goes down. And you see this old man, and the first thing is just like, what the fuck? And then on top of that, he is an anime old man. He is overpowered and he just destroys everyone. You don't mess with the old dudes. You don't mess with Master Roshi. Get out of here.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and
That's
he just
exactly who
kills
came to
everyone.
mind.
100%.
Now, what is the bleach dude? Yeah,
Right, Yamamoto.
yeah.
But yeah, dude, he wipes everyone, and he causes like, dude, that whole catastrophe. It's him. Like, it literally looks like you're playing through the Battle of Normandy. It's him. Like he's
Yeah.
he's the Battle of
And it's
Normandy.
just him.
It's
Yeah.
just him, and it's freaking crazy. My next one up here is Kronos, from Hades 2. The whole point, your mission, something has happened to separate Melon away from her family. She wants to get back to her family, and who's keeping her from it? Kronos. The very first trailer, we see this witch chick who's doing this dance with Melinoe around a cauldron, and the only words uttered are death to Kronos. And yeah, first of all, you know who Kronos is if you know mythology. He's time itself. It's insane. And as you get into the lore, the story of this game, because Supergiant knows what they're doing, awesome stuff. Awesome, awesome stuff. But this last one here is my winner. It's hands down. It's not Indiana Jones. His name's Higgs from Death Stranding 2. That is my favorite Troy Baker performance. He's good as Indy. I'm not going to go back on that anymore. But Higgs is so good the second time around. Like, it's insane. It's not just like the same guy. Like,
Even
it
better.
is. But like he's gone through a lot, dude. Like a part of it is just like existing in a different plane of existence for just thousands of years in his time. Because I mean, we're not getting into it, but Kojima. But yeah, it's just different, man. Everyone's beach is different. He's brought back as a tool, but guess what? You can't use him that way. He's gonna do his own thing, and it just comes to the craziest climax you can imagine with this stuff, and he gets eaten. It's wild shit, but all that to say, we get
It's
a
kind of
hell of a
crazy.
monologue from Higgs here that actually had me feeling for him, followed right up with just like, "Oh, I hate you," and it's so good. And the fact, and I understand you look at the performance itself, and absolutely, that's where I'm going with this. But you add into just a little extra spice of being like, that's also Joel from The Last of Us. What the fuck do you mean? It's crazy. It's so crazy.
He's iconic
He is.
already.
He
Yeah.
is. And he has his own rendition of BB's theme that he sings here. It's a really messed up moment when he's what he's doing to Sam, but it's incredible. He can do it all, and they have like a little gay dream scenario that you can have play out. Should have been me. But yeah, he's absolutely my winner. And just Higgs deserves all the love. But Ernest, what do you got here for best or favorite antagonist?
All right. So I started off with one that you have as well. I
Mhm.
also have Renoir
Mhm.
from Expedition
He's
33.
incredible. He's good
Everything
stuff,
that
man.
you said, man, I just echo. He is a
So
fantastic,
good. So good.
and
Both versions, I'll
because
say as well, because you learn the real one too. But
and one of the reasons that I love him so much as an antagonist is his motives. Like he really is trying to do what's best. But like what most people would see as
yeah,
trying to like he's trying to save people
he is
literally like
just not with a
actual
delicate
like
touch. But yeah,
real people, right,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right. And of course, like he has a different point of view.
right.
All he knows is his family is being affected by this, and he's
Yeah,
trying to do the best
just trying
by
to get him
his
out.
family. And it makes so much sense. Like when it comes to sympathetic, yeah, villains and stuff like he has to be towards the top of the list because
That's
he
fair.
really only wants to take care of his family.
Right.
And
And the
and
people he
to
hurts
be
don't exist.
fair, and like this is one of the like that these people are in a painting like
Right.
that they just painted people
Right.
like who cares,
Right.
I
Right.
they
Right.
care, they
Right.
care, but like
100%.
in his from his perspective, so like there's just so much to unravel there.
There's
And he's so great, he's
he
so
is
good.
incredible. He's
Oh
incredible.
man, and it's just accompanied by great music all the time too.
Always.
um I then go to Foss Mask, Suneki, I think is how you say it, from Silent Hill F. Um, I
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, he acts like your friend, but he has
Right.
ulterior motives, man.
100%.
And like the
He's
things
the head
that
of the
you go
mafia. I'm just kidding, but
through
yeah,
for this dude, yeah, yeah. He acts like he's your friend, and then he's bad in the end, dude.
yeah.
Nobody's seen it coming, especially when he like cut off your arm and replaced it with a with a
Even before
fox
that, he's
arm,
having you
dude.
wash your hands in like the boiling water and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
dude, and like sealing that
Yep.
mask to your face and stuff like this, like, and you're just trying to go with it for
Yep.
some reason, dude. It's the pills, bro. Um,
The pills.
but yeah, he is like a haunting figure for sure. And from what I understand, as you continue to go through new playthroughs, you learn more about him and more
Yeah,
about him, and there's so even more to unravel there. So yeah, great antagonist right
for
there.
sure, for sure.
Um, I then have it's actually a collection of people. It is the Yote Six.
Okay,
Um,
sure. But
if
that's fine.
if
That's fair.
and
That's
in
fair.
parentheses, I have Lord Saito.
That's okay. No, you're
Um,
good. Yeah,
but I do actually I admire all of them.
yeah. Mhm.
Like they because they are a team that
They
came
are
through and pretty much messed up your life.
100%.
Like as the protagonist, like pinned you to a tree, set your family on fire, hung them, did all this type of
God,
stuff,
yeah,
and
that'll do it.
jeez, man, yeah, it's messed up. It's messed up, and to see the different trajectories that each one of them took, a lot of them just stayed on that bad path.
Yeah,
But you get, one is a companion. You get like one that turns on them, stuff like this. So like the whole way that unravels the whole story all the way through. But also, Lord Saito's just a motherfucker, man,
he
and
is.
he's so
Yeah.
strong. And he's
Yeah.
so strong. He's so good at fighting. He's just so
He's the
dang
leader of
good at
that group for a
fighting,
reason. Yeah, yeah.
you know? And yeah. So respect to the Yote Six.
Fair.
And if I have to choose one, Lord Saito.
That's fair. No, you're
Um,
good. You can take him.
but it's cool because they don't get the award anyway.
Okay.
Higgs for me as well.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
dude, he's infuriating. He's
Hmm.
infuriating. He knows how to push buttons like no one else, and like I really feel like at this point, there's parts in the first game where I feel like he's just mean and evil to be mean and evil,
Right.
like
No, 100%.
he's just cracked. He's just cracked, and he's letting that energy out in the wrong way. But at
Right.
this point, when you get him back this time, the face paint, the fucking guitar shit, all these things going on.
Like it ever was.
I
Yeah.
Dude, like the evolution of this character from the first one
Yeah.
is insane, and now he has motive because he's been stuck out there for so long,
Yeah.
like for his world, and we see what Sam went through in that other universe,
We
and
did.
how, dude, that made me a little depressed going through
It's
it with
tough.
Sam, like,
It's tough.
and Higgs was already cracked,
He was.
and so being in there, you see why he is the way he is,
Yep.
and so again, sympathy for the villain, but he's a motherfucker.
Yes,
He's a
yes.
mean
He absolutely
bastard, dude.
is. Absolutely is.
And the way that he antagonizes, like the way he just annoys and sings at you and yells in your face and things
Burns
like
you
this,
alive.
it's too much. That performance is probably the most underrated thing. Like we just talked about underrated games, like
Yeah.
none of them are as underrated as this performance
All right.
apparently, because it's not what was getting
Like,
recommended for
dude,
like
the
performance
indie
and
stuff
stuff.
is
Like
great,
that's
but it's an
crazy.
impersonation. Like, it's just like, come on. Come
Right,
on.
right, right.
If
Yeah.
we didn't have
Like you
Higgs
sound like
here,
Harrison
sure.
Ford. Good
But yeah.
job. But like, bro, oh, yeah, that Higgs
Higgs is incredible.
performance is insane.
That's so
It's
good.
insane.
That's so good. But yeah, man, great stuff. Obviously, I think that's our first shared award. Um,
Yeah.
he deserves it, though. He absolutely deserves it. But moving on here, another award, because I love these character focused ones, because this is favorite non-main character. This is essentially anybody that's not you. I will say, I also, I don't, because I don't think I've ever thought about it. I don't put villains here, because that was what we had before. I guess if there's
Yeah.
ever a point where there's multiple, I don't know. Um, but yeah, this is essentially just anybody. It can be like literally a side character that you have just with you all the time. It can be somebody you met once and you're just like, oh, that's impactful. But for me, I have my favorite god from Hades 2, and that is Chaos. Chaos is awesome. I love their design in the first game. I still don't understand why God's got new designs in the second one, but I love their design in the second one. Um, it's awesome. And it's just like what chaos represents. It's not always a fair trade because it's just like the first one where like oh you sacrifice some health to even go to their area, and then you go through a thing where you're going to be penalty like, something bad happens for your next three fights, but then you get a benefit from that. Not all of those are that balanced right now. I gotta say, like it's kind of messed up, but maybe that's part of the chaos. My next one up here is Sherma from Silk Song. Um, if you've seen any Silk Song videos, you may have heard. She's the one that's ringing the little bell, going la, da, 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 da. She's a singer,
Oh
and
yeah,
she's a
I
very
have seen it.
devout person. Yeah, very very popular character. And as us silly people do, we cling to these cute characters and say, if anything happens to you, I'm gonna kill myself. And like it's just like, oh man, it's rough. No, but at least from where I played, nothing happened to her. There's some dark times. Because what's interesting about her, obviously, she's very uplifting. She's very sweet to see, and you love her little song and whatnot. She keeps asking you to do it, and you're like, no. But you can eventually play some music with her. But her thing is, she's very devout to her religion. I don't remember what it is, but like the whole thing is like for like Hollow Knight and Silk Song. There's these like higher gods, these higher beings. They're just big bugs, and like their descendants and whatnot. She's trying to gain entry to the Citadel because she's on a pilgrimage, and most people don't make it through this pilgrimage. We learn why because we're out there beating the bosses that are stopping these people from making their pilgrimage. But as you get to know her, as you learn her story and everything, um, because we know the truth. Like you're learning that like not this religion you're following is not everything is cracked up to be. A lot of the people that were running it aren't even around anymore, and it's kind of become this corrupt thing where it's kind of a trap for bugs like you. And you're cute, so I'm going to do what I can to protect you. And there's a point where you find her sitting because you save at little benches. Like I'm sure you've seen Hollow Knight sit on the little bench. You find her sleeping at one. I'm like, oh, that's adorable. But the first time you probably think she's dead, and I was really scared. Um, but she deserved a shout out here. My next one is Monaco from Expedition 33. Now, you can shuffle around a lot of the characters in this party as like the main character. Of course, everyone's going to say Mael, but like there's an argument for Verso. Hell,
Right.
like even our starting boy, there's an argument for that at least for his time
Yeah.
there. Um but I do think Monaco is the one that's the most likely to just like, yeah, no, he's not. He's absolutely not. He's based off of a dog, and that probably makes me like him even more. The
I
foot
thought
thing's
about putting
funny.
him in the Koozie Award
That's fair,
actually.
but
Right.
like as we said, no humanoids and stuff like that.
Right.
But he's first of all, he's like any conversation with him in that game is great. Like I love the
Hilarious.
like his banter with Verso is so funny. And
The
even the moments,
timing.
dude, it's great. It's great. Like, there's
Yeah.
that one where it's like the quick cuts between them. It's hilarious. But even like outside of just how funny it can be, I love the moments of just like because he seems simpler, and obviously now we know like why. But like
Right.
those moments of just like you have the option to just like really uplift him. Like it's just like, yeah, dude, you'd really kick that guy's ass. Yes, I would. I'm a champion. And and I love those moments. There's a thing that I had happen. Like it's part of like they all have companion quests. You know how this goes. But they do each other's hair. And I was like, I'm not changing Verso's hair from this. This is too precious. I need this. And then he threw that away. But yeah, Monaco. But my winner and probably my favorite new character of the year. That might be much, but she's one of them. She's absolutely one of them, and that is Tomorrow from Death Stranding 2 on the beach. I think Elle Fanning did great. Obviously, the twist at the end of her being Lou is huge, but even before that, just the way her powers work, her training to get everything down. So many apples were wasted. I can't imagine they're cheap in the post-apocalyptic world that they're in.
Dude, legit, right?
So many,
That's gotta be
so
tough.
many.
Yeah.
But I loved just getting to know her like whole dynamic, with the fragile and the rest of the crew. and just her like she wasn't scared. Like immediately the first time like Higgs gets on that ship, she kicks his ass, and it's so awesome because I didn't think it was going to happen. And when you get to the end here, when you get to the final bit of the game where it kind of gives the reins to Tomorrow, she's taken up the porter, at least the outfit. I assume she's making deliveries too. She's also unfortunately picked up smoking. I'm sorry. Way to go, Fragile. You're a bad influence.
Bad for you, dude.
Apparently,
Bad
that's all
for
you
you.
can think to do with
She
your
even had
extra
an extra
hands.
hand
Yeah.
for it. Like,
You could do so much more in games. But she's just awesome. And I do think Elle Fanning's great. I know this is like her first like video game performance. And dude, I absolutely loved her. And of course, it's on the nose calling her Tomorrow, but I do think probably because it's the biggest secret, at least for a good bit. I think it's the most hidden, obvious one that he had.
yeah,
And I
it
love that
becomes
about it.
obvious
Right.
later.
You
Yeah,
learn it
yeah.
because you figure it out tomorrow. But yeah, absolutely had to pick her for me. But Ernest, what do you got for this, man?
So I'll go ahead and talk about our shared one first, and that is Tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
I
she's so
also I
good.
just love Elle Fanning.
Oh, same.
I love so many things about Elle
Yeah.
Fanning. Her
Had a lot of Elle Fanning this
performances
year.
so much.
Yeah.
Her like I mean, yeah, no, I loved Predator. You
Oh,
know,
dude, everyone go watch
I
Predator
want to
Badlands.
see that other one, the sad looking
The
one. I
sentimental
want to see
value.
that one
Yep.
too.
Yep. Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
thank you. And
Is her
but
still
yeah,
in Scottsdale?
having her in Death Stranding, like as soon as we started seeing her in the Kojima Studios, like we were hyped, you know, like
Yeah.
because you see
We have a
hints
list
that
of
like one of
celebrities
these
we're
people
waiting
are
for
about
now.
to be in a game.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm still ready for the whole Sophia
Right. At
Lillis
least we've seen a
stuff,
glimpse of
you know,
that. Yeah.
all of those. But like as soon as we started seeing Elle, we're like, oh, this is gonna be great, and we were 100% on track with that. She came in and she killed it. I talked about I used her as my example for character design a little bit earlier, and it
Mhm.
is that backstory. It is her combat ability, and her growth throughout this story as
Yep.
well. She is amazing.
She
So
is so
needed
good.
to be a nominee for sure. Next up, I have Esquier from
Fair enough.
Expedition
A bag of
33.
wine.
You can always go for a hug. I love
Yeah.
that. I love the hugs thing. And that, like, throughout this story, you see so many people just like
They need it.
needing
Yeah.
that. Yeah, dude. And him just being there.
Hello.
And like, although he keeps things like really simple,
Yeah.
like there is still impactful moments there where like sometimes we and sometimes woo and
Ooh.
stuff like
Yeah.
dude,
He's great.
and it's just so like he's just so full of love. It's all love, you know, and
And
I
wine.
love so.
Yeah.
And wine's good. um so next up, I have Aza, who is one of the companions in Outer World 2.
Oh, okay.
Um, pretty much you work the way that these companions work in the Outer Worlds franchise is very similar to what we have with, say, Mass Effect, things like this, right? You have different companions, each one representing like different organizations throughout the world.
Hmm.
Okay, so like the way Dragon Age has, you know,
Right.
somebody from the Magic Society and the elves and the dwarf and things
Hmm.
like this, right?
Representing different things.
So she is the representative pretty much from the cultists. This is a crazy
Okay.
blood cult. And and she is by far the most interesting companion to me.
Okay.
Um, because while a lot of your companions do have a lot of growth throughout those side missions with them, um, and you eventually like turn their perspective to see like, oh, the things that I believed in before were corrupt, and maybe I was wrong, and now I've grown as a person. Her goes in a completely different direction. She
Right.
keeps her faith the entire time. She continues to
Really?
just be a crazy fucking
Okay.
cultist. Yes, yes.
That's awesome.
And but she only becomes more justified as she continues.
Mm.
And at the end, if you she asked to go on the main mission with you specifically, I made sure to bring her along.
Mm.
And pretty much, so spoilers, we told you before, but pretty much at the end, you have to choose if you're going to let a a person fly a ship into like a blowing up void that's
Oh,
going to take
okay.
out the entire galaxy. Um, and she's like I want to go like this because the whole point of the cult is for you to die in a rift. Like everybody's gonna die in a
Oh,
rift.
okay.
She wants to die in a rift,
That's so
and
specific.
yeah,
That's great.
yeah, because these rifts are popping up
Gotcha,
throughout the
gotcha.
worlds and stuff like this. So, cult forms. She like really takes the lead here, and and she goes out in a blaze of glory if you let her, man. It's awesome. I definitely let her. Yeah, she went out like a fucking G. I
That's
love
what
her.
you wanted? Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. But the last one and the one I'm going to go with, it's Prism from Dispatch. I love Dot Squad.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I and Prism, like there's a lot of good characters in
Right.
Dispatch. Um, Prism just really stood out to me,
That's
man.
fair.
Like
Yeah.
she had me cracking up every
She's
time
so
she
funny.
spoke. And like there's those real moments of course where she is like being sincere and stuff, but the majority of the time she was just cracking me the hell up. I love her light powers and
Yeah.
how she uses them and how she just blinds fools
That
and
one guy's
like
like, "You
she just
temporarily
like cheat
blinded me."
like
No, you're blind for
you
real.
you're blind forever. And I love like how she stay quiet for a little bit, like after like finishing a sentence and just
Mm.
be like, bitch. Like, oh dude, she's amazing. I give her extra points here because of the music that she brings to
That's
the
fair.
table as well.
Valid.
Um, but also it's just like it's so cool. I know that there's superheroes like that out there, like a Luna Snow type
Mm.
situation where they're pop stars and stuff like that. But we get something else. It's not it's not K-pop Demon Hunters out here
Right,
with
for sure.
this shit.
For
It's
sure.
a whole different genre, and her coming. I mean, it's kind of all of their appeal. They used to be bad guys. They're now working for the good
Right.
side, that type of situation. But with her just being such a fucking thug, but still so fabulous at the same time, I love her so much.
It's
So
great.
yeah,
Great
I'm
pick.
giving it to
Very
her.
solid, man.
Shout out to Thought Squad, baby.
Shout out,
Should
dude.
have been on
Okay.
Chris's list for
Song.
best song. Just putting that out there.
Well, Blame Expedition. So next one, this
Yeah,
is a new one I made up for us this year. This is where we replace music, and so I have it listed as fan service cinematography.
that was a good way to learn. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Because what is fan service? It's giving something to the fans, and obviously some people can do it to a gratuitous degree. Um, but like in cinematography, so like literally, this is the cinematography, but that allows you, the player, to get the most out of it. It doesn't even have to have a photo mode, but if I pause, like if I take my screenshot, how dare you? If I take my screenshot, and it like brings up a menu in that moment, it's just not, it's not okay. You're not going to make it plucky squire, all right? Like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But so fan service
Look, he's
cinematography let's the player have the most to screenshot essentially. Um it's very specific because the cinematography is for the most part usually there, but it's almost like what this award is they're the developers making it so that you the player can take it home. So yeah,
yeah.
parts of it. So my nominees here are Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's a beautiful game, and maybe that's part of why I didn't want to destroy it. Uh, it's just you break the whole game. But like it's just I don't know. It's gorgeous. There's a lot of great moments where you can take just the best photos. This is the year where Nintendo is really giving us like the startings of their photo modes because this and Pokemon got photo modes, and
Mm.
there are cute twists to it. Nowhere near like what we're at with like everyone who's up to date, but hey, it's something.
But they're on their way.
They're on their way.
Yeah.
But the shout out to the Pokemon one. I do not have this on the list, but you can take pictures with your Pokemon while y'all are having coffee, and that's cute. Um, Next one up here, and yell at me if you want. It's a remake, but it still has it, all right, and that is Metal Gear Solid Delta. That game is
Chris.
stars. Metal Gear Solid Delta is beautiful. Like the original, I played through Metal Gear Solid 3 for the first time with the collection. I think that was either last year or the year before. And it's really good. And I do think for the most part, like visually, it does hold up. Mechanically, I mean, if you don't like it there, you're not gonna like it here. They did not change that. But I do think they did a really
That
good
third
job of
person makes a
remaking.
difference, though.
It does for sure.
Yeah.
But visually, they did the work. The landscapes, just being out there in the woods and the trees. Like I got sniped from that old man because I kept looking at like, dude, this is pretty. Oh God, it's great. It's great. Um, he's definitely going to be the start of a trend here. Next up here is Ghost of Yotei because literally, how could I not? How could I not? PlayStation knows that like, hey, we're gonna give them that screen share. We're gonna let them know they're gonna have it. They're gonna have. If they ever bring up a menu, I don't care how many good ones they have. I'm gonna be pissed. But yeah, dude, Ghost of Yotei. From the moment you load into this game, the first time you see Mount Yotei, it's breathtaking. It is gorgeous. You get to recreate kind of like the opening where you're running through just obviously multicolored flowers and whatnot. Um, as the petals are just flying past you. This game's gorgeous, and you can screenshot
Oh, yeah.
every single bit of it. You can interrupt a person's dialogue, and you won't miss it. That's awesome. It is. It's time. We should all be doing. So indies do get a little bit of a pass. Put it like get your game finished. But yeah,
Right.
AAA, no, oh, I guess Plucky Squire was indie, but don't bring up a menu. You're crazy. And then last one here, and it is my winner because Kojima just gets it, and he's who I had in mind for this whole award when I made it, and that's Death Stranding 2. Because again, you can screenshot any bit of that game, you can interrupt dialogue, you can do whatever you want. I have, and dude, next paycheck, we're gonna see how much I just take advantage of it. I have made a T-shirt from a screenshot from a PlayStation game, Death Stranding 2, and now I'm like, I can do this. Shit.
I just make shirts for free. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh man. But dude, it's great. It's so good. It's beautiful. Everything I've said about Death Stranding thus far, echo all that. But visually, in terms of what they bring you in landscapes and whatnot, I see what Kojima put in here. From the moment this game opens, oh, dude, mind-meltingly gorgeous. And you do not lose any of that in the screenshot capabilities. Again, you don't have to have a photo mode to make this work out, but you do have to let me take my photo. And he does it. And he does great. Because Kojima, what is he without fan service? But Ernest, your turn, man. What do you got for fan service
All
cinematography?
right. So I also have Death Stranding 2 on my list. It
As you
is
should.
a definitely it is a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Um and there's just so many situations where your face is like covered in ice, like your beard and
Right.
shit. Like again,
So
like
detailed.
there's so
Yeah.
many little details, and you get to really catch all of that like right there in that moment. But also during the cinematics, like you were saying, I love that it pauses it for you.
Yeah.
Um, I I dude,
Is your watch again?
these were supposed to be AM fucking. They were supposed to be AM alarms,
It's okay.
dude.
But now you're at
I
least you're
was
catching
supposed
him
to wake
before it's
up
a problem. Yeah,
I was supposed to wake up in the morning. I woke up somehow. I don't know how that worked.
yeah.
Okay. Um, but yeah, dude, it's such a beautiful game. I really appreciate when something pauses for you to be able to
Yeah.
take pictures during the cinematics. And
You
because
just
there's so
appreciate
much
it.
going on during those cinematics that are worthwhile, like to take that picture. So um, I also have Ghost of Yotei. I almost said Tsushima. Um,
Fair enough.
I really fell in love with photo modes for the first time when I played Ghost of Tsushima.
That's right.
Like that, I was like, oh, like I need to be taking more pictures out here, dude.
Yeah.
But it only improved. It only improved in this next one. There's just more options for filters and
There
things
are.
like this. A lot of times, like I see filters in a photo mode, and I'm like, I don't really need this unless it's gonna like change the color a little bit,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But Ghost really does just take it to the next level. Like having that like red over whatever the hell is going on in the back as you're like
Right.
slashing through somebody's like chest and stuff. It's beautiful, man.
It's
Or it's like
awesome.
you're like decapitating somebody and you
Yeah.
just like throw in like you get the leaves flowing in the background and
Yep.
everything, like the foliage, like
It's
all these
beautiful.
things.
It's
It's
gorgeous.
beautiful. Um, we also have Mafia the Old Country. I appreciate that it
Oh.
pauses during
Okay.
the cinematics. Out in the world, there are some really nice views as well. One of the things to get the one of the trophies is to go to each photo spot. It is one of those places that puts photo spots for you to go and find like as a side mission, as an achievement.
Mhm.
And each one of those views is beautiful. That's why they put them there in the first place. So
Yeah.
yeah. And then Silent Hill F. This one was a little tougher. I don't remember it pausing for me. So I kind of just had to be ready.
Yeah.
Like, oh, something dope is happening. Let me hit my little share button real quick and be
Yeah.
ready to take this picture. I got some really badass screenshots from it. So
Yep.
wanted to throw it up here too. It's not going to win though. What
Okay.
is going to win is Ghost.
Fair enough.
I really feel like Ghost has like top level picture just opportunity,
Yeah.
and then on top of the opportunity is like the easy access to it, and then the options that you have within that photo mode.
Right.
It's awesome,
It
man.
is great.
um yeah, so Ghost for me,
That's
Ghost for me.
fair. That's fair. Fair. Notice, obviously, Kojima Productions is not a PlayStation-owned studio, but Death Stranding 2 is a PlayStation exclusive game, at least for now. Obviously, the first one
Right.
eventually, after multiple years, made it elsewhere. But yeah, dude, they're on it with that. So I wonder if PlayStation will be with it next year. I mean, Nintendo's nipping at the heels, but yeah, we'll see where that's going. Um, but next up here, favorite level design. A lot of different ways you can take this. I do notice there's something I definitely lean towards when I'm looking at this, but there's just a lot of different ways to go about it. This is quite literally the level design. When you're playing through the game, how it's put together, how your like loop is impacted by your surroundings, how it all connects to each other. Because we've had good, we've had bad, we've had ugly with a lot of these. Because I mean, to be fair, a lot of games come out. But my nominees are Sword of the Sea. Um, very simple. It's not very. It's like semi-open world-ish. It's these very small segments, and they just keep opening up as you go to the next one. Really, really stupid game. Expedition 33. Moving right on. No, because even like the areas, like no matter what type of way you're looking at level design, like even just from a visual perspective, there's so many different areas that like dude, how are we underwater? I don't understand. This is crazy. That's so early on, and it just changes even more from that. And then just like even like the like dilapidated towns you end up going through as you find the relics of like fallen expeditioners and stuff like that. What is that?
Somebody calling me
What the hell?
on the computer.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're okay. So we've reenacted the O Ernest Awards. These are back. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
I don't understand how that
We're
came through.
cursed. But then my next one here is Hades 2. It's very much the same in terms of like the level design of Hades 1, but it does ramp it up because there is more. That's the best way I can put that. There is going to be a different path you can take other than just your what your normal, because in Hades 1, just to put it simply, you're trying to do one thing, go to one spot. You will go to a different spot, try to do another thing as part of Malinois's journey, and the level design along with those changes I do think is enough to really give it enough shine to be worth talking about. But my last one here, and it's my winner, is Hollow Knight Silk Song. I do think the level design here, you have to I've talked about Metroidvanias a lot, and how like sometimes I'm just not in the mood to get lost, man. Because you're gonna get lost. You're always gonna get
Yeah.
lost because it's part of the beast. It's a side scroller. You don't see the whole map ahead of time. In games like this, you have to unlock parts of the map. And my biggest gripe about Hollow Knight and Hollow Knight Silk Song, you have to use a whole charm slot to let you be able to see your indicator on the map. Granted, it only takes up one slot, but in the early game, you're busting my balls, man. um, but the way the world is put together, especially if you've played Hollow Knight, going into Silk Song, there's a lot of things you're gonna know just from like that DNA of like, okay, this is gonna be something I'm gonna come back to later, and you just explore, you just lend yourself to it, and I do think any which way, especially with how hard the game is, it's not going to necessarily be like, oh, this is too hard, I shouldn't be here. It's just hard. So it's going to be about how much you want to persevere and push yourself through a certain area. But yeah, Hollow Knight Silk Song just takes the cake for me right there. But Ernest, what do you got here?
All right. So for me, although I did not play the game,
Okay.
um, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Just the
Oh, really?
concept
Okay,
behind
fair enough.
uh being able
Let them
to
break
just
it.
destroy
It's
this
huge.
level,
It's
man.
huge.
It's incredible.
It
It's
is.
incredible, really. I can see this being used in future games as well,
Yep.
being an influence on
100%.
things like maybe the superhero genre or
Yep.
something like this. So I just wanted to throw it out there because from afar, and I'm sure up close, it looks amazing.
It is very good.
So this next one wasn't necessarily my favorite game, but you got to give props where props are due, man. Blueprints.
Oh
Blueprints
yeah.
is
Fair enough.
and that level design is just so well thought out. The
Mhm.
secrets are legit, and like it's kind of like when you hear about an escape room in concept and you think I'm gonna go into the I'm gonna be great at this, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna find the key behind the picture frame or whatever,
Yeah.
and then it's like way harder when you actually get there.
Yeah.
That's how I felt with Blueprint. It's
And
like
you're stuck to do it
I was like,
alone.
oh,
That's the
I'm gonna
thing
be able
there.
to
But
figure
yeah,
this
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
out, right, dude? So like yeah, it's a challenge, but it's just the way that it's laid out for you, or the way you can lay it out for yourself, and the need to figure that out. That whole game is level design,
Yeah.
really. Like
Very
you're
true. You're
designing the
absolutely
level
right.
in a
I
sense.
didn't even think about it. Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, that one. I also have Expedition 33 for the
Yeah.
same reasons that you said. Just all the different levels are so different than one another. I do have a favorite one, and it is oh, I was in Luma. What's the name of the city?
Lumiere. Lumiere.
Lumiere. Lumiere.
Yeah.
Um, when when it's all just going to hell and that
At the
guitar
very
riff
end. Yeah.
hits
Yeah. Yeah.
and all that stuff. Oh, dude, it's awesome. It's awesome. But yes, for all the reasons that you talked about as well, Expedition 33.
Fair enough.
And last, I have Split Fiction.
Oh,
Split
okay. Fair enough.
Fiction is amazing.
Yeah.
Um, I I really had a great time with that game. Even the hidden level, the laser death, you know,
Yeah.
that me and Justin were not able to complete. Oh, only a few people did, I guess.
I thought y'all
It is
did get
so
it, but
hard, but it is so cool. It
yeah.
is so cool. I but even the regular levels as well. Like each time you go into something, it feels like something new. As
Right.
things do return, it's like, oh dang, they have us doing this again, but it's a little bit different this time. Like, dude, it's so much like I've never played before,
Yeah.
and that is why it's going to be my winner.
Fair
Um,
enough. I respect
like
it. It makes sense.
it's and again, like it's just barely edging out blueprints here because again, that whole game is level design,
Right.
but yeah, I feel like Split Fiction, the way that the levels force you to work with your partner and go through those levels themselves, but also they're just really cool looking. The
Yeah.
settings that you're going back and forth between, like the whole fantasy, the sci-fi, how especially when they blend together, is awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's a really good time. So yeah, giving it to Split Fiction here.
Respect it, man. It makes a lot of sense. So we only have four more awards, folks. Four more awards. If you've been with us this time, um, through all the alarms, the cat sneezes, it's gonna be all right. We got this. Four more, four time, four time. So next up here, and it's a very important award. I think this is a very special award for us, and that is favorite gaming moment. To go into what this means is a moment in a game that reminds you, man, this is why I love games. It's a very special thing. You probably do feel it more as you're a kid. You just don't think about it in that context, but it's that bewilderment that we're always chasing. It's that dragon we're chasing, and I love you love feeling it as an adult because it not to be dark or sad, but obviously it's a bit more. It's easier to be in tune with like magic and stuff like that as a child, and just be enamored with stuff like that. And then like when you get those moments as an adult, it's special. It's incredibly special, and you are able to appreciate it. And that's what this whole award's about. So right here, I forgot this is my first one. Surfing with the Orcas from Sword of the Sea. It blew me away, man. I absolutely like it makes sense because, like, dude, you go through like all sea life, and there's a whole trophy for riding on one of the whales. And it's like, thank you for rewarding me for this. But when they popped up, like, it was like an old friend. I was just like, hey guys. And it was so cool. It's a very pretty game. The music really adds to the moment. And just when you're up there surfing your waves. They're just right there with you, making their whale noises. It's so cool. It's so beautiful. Um, I just call it the prelude gourmage. So the beginning of Expedition 33, the whole point before you actually go on the expedition. I do think it is the most special part of that game because that is the part that if that doesn't work, the rest of it won't do anything to you.
Yeah,
And yeah,
it's
it's and
heavy.
it's like yeah, it's very heavy and like there's because so I'm a big fan of Kind of Funny. Like obviously they're much bigger at like the stuff we're doing, but like one of their guys just finished their first playthrough of Expedition 33 because it won Game of the Year, and I watched his reaction clip to this like this moment, and he didn't know I forgot her name, the girl you're playing as. He didn't know that she was going to get gourmaged. He thought she
Right.
was going to be someone who's part of your crew. I don't know if I thought that necessarily. I don't. I just don't remember. This was earlier in the year, um, but I do because I felt like it was very. It becomes very apparent what's happening because you literally have a whole conversation with somebody who had a kid. It's like, well, at least I gave back to the community, and you are a woman who's like, I don't feel like I want to put a child in this world and just immediately leave her. And again, that is such a valid thing. And what a beautiful just starting point to be like, oh, this game has so many conversations. This is great. Oh,
Yeah.
because that's the start. That's not even an hour. Like we're just right there.
It's maybe
Um,
30 minutes at the most,
right.
right?
It's
Like,
insane.
yeah,
And like it just
yeah.
goes
What a way to
deeper.
kick it off, man.
Yeah, yeah.
For a game to make me cry in the first 30 minutes is crazy.
Yeah, yeah. But like
God.
literally his reaction is like, no, not her. No. It's like this is great. But that moment is just so special. It's so pivotal. It is what cements in your mind that this world is real. Obviously, you starting out as a character in it is a big part of that as well. But you see what this world is going through, what these people are experiencing, and it just sets the tone perfectly for what is the hugely impactful game from 2025 being Expedition 33. Um, the next one I have here is getting to the Citadel in Silk Song. So there was a point, and God bless him. I know he didn't do it to like actually sass me, but Justin loved giving me the updates of his friends playing Silk Song. And guess what? They were getting through it faster than me, and I was just like, "That's great. That's awesome. I'm so happy for them." And just like I struggled. I struggled with this game, man. Again, I've said it repeatedly. I think this is the hardest game I've ever gotten through. And when you get to the Citadel, which is like the beginning, like the game makes it seem like that's the end goal. Um, it's like halfway to the before you get to the credits, and then if you add in the act three, it's even less than that. But when you do get to the Citadel, it is a huge moment, and it's the moment where you realize um, it's like I was talking about that religion earlier. Like, there's a lot of people on this pilgrimage trying to get into the Citadel, trying to be the chosen few for the higher power. And you get in there, and it's just a bunch of husks. There's not a lot of people there, but there is this web, this silk that is finding itself wrapping around people as they sit down to pray, as they rest, as they just make their way to this point of the journey. And for the most part, you find a lot of like their dead bodies or their reanimated corpses being used by the silk to attack you. But there are some people you can free from it. And then at the other end of that, you have characters like I was talking about earlier who like they don't realize what this would have been the end goal had we not gotten there before them. But like, bro, there's nothing here for you. But this game, and it's so surprising because like you don't get this a lot with like the 2D indies. Um, it has cutscenes and they're hand drawn cutscenes. And the moment you enter the Citadel, the first time you see like everything, it's beautiful. It's like beautifully gothic is the best way I can put it. And true Dark Souls light, and it's just gorgeous, and it really does stick with you. Um, But the last one here, and it is my winner, and that is the intro to Death Stranding. Specifically, when you hear the song -61 by Woodkid. I was in tears, and I immediately thought to myself, "You're a fucking loser." I just, like, because I love Woodkid. I think he has an incredible voice. It's not just because I sometimes look like I'm cosplaying him. And then and then just the visuals and just the sheer scale of what we're seeing before it even shows us Sam. And then with the point where we get to Sam and he's just holding his beautiful baby girl, just gooing and gawing, just touching his little booping his nose and stuff like that. And it's like, all right, I gotta be a silent protagonist. Let's go. Just keep your check down as the song is playing, and you just the realization that every step of that mountain is something you can walk on. The realization that like there is a path and I accidentally went off of it. But like there is a clear path that if you focus and you give your time to it, it's there. But like just the sheer spectacle of like, why did you do this? Like, why did you put this here? And just how beautiful it was, mixed with the music, the song, and just the family moment with Sam. And like, it's like the happiest moment before everything happens, and it just sets it up. It just sets it up, and I was blown the fuck away, and I was immediately like, "This has I like that early in. I spent over 100 hours in this game. That early in, I was like, this has reached my expectations. I was just that I'm biased.
I'm there. I'm there.
I'm
I don't need any more.
biased. But yeah, it absolutely blew me away, and I was like, this is just incredible. And Kojima games, not to be a downer, we're only gonna get so many more, and you gotta appreciate the moments you get, man. And it was just so great. But Ernest, what do you got? What are your special moments here?
All right. So to start it off here, so me, Chris, and Justin,
Uh-huh.
were on Arc Raiders. We made our way to the top of a building,
Uh-huh.
and Justin saw a ladder going off the side of that building and decided to just slide all the way down that
Yep.
thing, not realizing that it stops halfway down.
And he died.
And I fell off of that ladder later.
Yeah.
It it was I was just like, oh, what a dummy. I can't believe I did it. But I tried to make the jump. I
Right.
knew that it was
Right.
there. Discovering that ladder though was a fantastic moment. And we all laughed so hard.
So
There
hard.
was no way we could make it down to save him or
Nope.
anything
We
like that. You're
tried.
not
We did
rolling
try
from
that
that
first. Yeah.
jump. But yeah, we tried to run down. It's not gonna happen.
And we ended up below where
Yeah.
he died. It's like, uh-oh.
Yes. Yes. There's no way to get down there
Nope.
except for falling.
Nope.
So yeah, dude, it was wonderful. Oh, dude, I don't know. There's a couple of times maybe that we laughed that hard throughout the year, but
But
that
that was
has
a
to
big
be
one. That
one
was a
of
big
the
one.
top moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because his
So
realization of the doom was also great. It's like, oh, damn.
yes. It's, oh, like it sounded like he was falling off like for real.
For real. Yep.
So next up I have playing both endings of Expedition 33 and having my existential crisis.
Yeah.
It like that it just screams like this is why you get into stories in the
Yeah.
first place, to make you
Absolutely.
think, like to see how you relate to them and stuff. And
Mhm.
I don't know if there's any stories that really had an impact on me the way that one did, which is obviously why I picked it for like best narrative and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But just like games ever, stories ever, like
Yeah.
I don't know if anything like really triggered the things that triggered for me.
Right.
And it's not just one of the endings either, it's both of them, like,
Mhm.
and taking both of them into account, and what's right and what's wrong, and what people should fight for in life, and like why does it matter in the first place if we're all just specks of dust on a rock and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, yeah, there's good, it's good. I have Chris hopping on rematch with me.
Oh.
You said you were going to do it like pretty much from the get-go,
Yeah.
but I just know you don't play sports games,
No,
and
no,
you
no.
stepping out of your box,
Other than
like,
wrestling, but yeah.
your safe space, and hopping on rematch, and then us having really good games, and
Yeah,
like
we had some really
figuring
solid
stuff
ones.
out, and like, oh, I'm gonna alley oop it to you and stuff like this. Like, oh man, like we got pretty good. We ended up having some really good games,
Yep.
and like,
And we
yeah,
didn't have shitty
I'm
thirds, but
happy.
yeah.
I'm just so happy that we had that time because usually nowadays, if I'm playing a sports game, either it's because Arnold's coming to visit or I'm playing solo.
Right. And you
So
listen to your audiobook.
like, yeah, man. So yeah, that was awesome. The one I'm going to give it to though was all three of us getting our plats in Night Rain.
Okay.
It just a return to Souls for the
Yeah.
boys and just really like digging out, getting through the whole thing, beating it with each class, beating all the different
Mhm.
bosses, and yeah, it was just a really good time. I love Souls games with the boys.
Hell yeah.
This
Hell yeah.
was a
We're the
different
squad.
type of experience on top of that,
Yeah.
so it really felt fresh and new.
Very much.
And it's just like I love my multiplayer nights. Like I know it's going to be different once I do move in here shortly, because like we're going to be around each other all the time
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But I'm still going to need my co-op
Oh, for
time with the
sure. Yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Absolutely.
It's a very important thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we did a lot together. We almost all got our plats and like Monster Hunter and stuff like that. But it we don't need it.
You'll never guess who didn't get it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But so that's why Night Rain. We
Oh my
did it
god, I
all
don't
the
even know
way.
why you
All
brought that
three of
up.
us.
That's great. Oh, that's so
So
good. Woo!
dude,
God, that got
I
me,
can't
man.
stand that RNG. And there was some RNG in this one as
Yeah,
well because
yeah, it
we had
was.
to wait for the right
Those
I
events,
forget
shifting Earths or
events.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
They,
So
yeah.
but it wasn't that bad. It
No,
wasn't as bad as
no, no,
Monster
not at
Hunter.
all.
So
It did take a little bit, but yeah, no, that last one didn't take a little at all. They put out a new patch for Night Rain, and I was like, "Did you do something with the Valkyries or Moog? Did you do something with Valkyries or Moog?" They didn't,
nothing.
but they lessen the damage the added dogs do when they spawn in on you. You know, like the dogs that chase you.
Jeez.
And I'm like,
Yes.
thank God, because that's terrible.
Man.
It's
For
so
real.
bad.
Okay, I'm gonna change. That's why I love gaming. I'm changing it to them nerfing those dogs.
Because it's ridiculous.
Dude,
It's
it's silly.
insane. You're
Yeah.
already taking damage from the fire. It's just like, oh my God.
And then they're so easily able to like catch up to you and just
Yeah,
like nip at your
dude,
heels and
it's
take all this
terrifying to
health
drink your
and like
flask. It's so scary.
ah.
It's like,
Yeah,
please
no,
don't,
if
please
you
don't.
drink your flask, you're gonna lose your health again.
Right.
It's stupid.
But
Yeah.
you got it
Yeah.
because you got to get that little increment, man. But yeah, good stuff there, man. Three more awards, and we got some big ones. This next one's very big for us because you were just talking about souls. We love our boss fights. We love us a good boss fight. Little different from just picking your favorite antagonist. This is the fight itself. Of course, if you love the character in there, that's great too. But let's go ahead and get into it. So, favorite boss fight. I do have from Hollow Knight Silksong, the Cogwork Dancers. This is at the start. It's a really simple boss fight. It's honestly probably one of the easier ones, but it's two mechanical robots that are moving at different points, and they literally telegraph their moves to you. But they will eventually start speeding up and whatnot. But the thing about it is, you learn the lore, you learn the story that's part of this, and the music that's playing with it is really beautiful. They're dancing. They're not even trying to fight you. It's two lovers that are dancing, and you're just kind of stuck in there. So it kind of sucks for you. But you will find another bug at a later point who you find out is like part of like it's a non-mechanical version of the same bug. And it's a whole thing about soul transference. The love of his life is in the cogs work dancing, and then you have to fight him while he's with the robots and stuff like that. It's crazy. But in terms of movement, in terms of story, and then of course when you get through it, it's one of those things that's like, oh man, this is beautiful and it was fun, but it's really sad that I had to kill you. Like it's just like it's rough. But it's awesome. It's awesome. And though it is very simple, dude, it took me so many tries. It took me so many tries. And I'm so glad Justin didn't see it because he'd be like, dude, they literally shoot a little beam telling you where they're gonna go. And it's just like, dude, they get so fast. They get so fast. Um, Takezo the Unrivaled from Ghost of Yotei. Um, he's a beast. He's an absolute beast. And like the fight up on top of the mountain is so epic. It's such a cool location. I will say I kind of got him the first time. Like before we got on the mountain, I was like, "You're tough, but you're not so bad. You're kind of
Yeah.
talking up a lot of game." And then
I
we
think
went
you're
up
fighting
there.
like by the ocean or something
Yeah,
like that,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you go up there, and I'm like, "All right, I'll be back." Because he's tough as hell. But when you get through it, dude, it's so cool. And then like even just like the burial and everything there, it's so I don't know how else to put it. It's so samurai. It's really, really
Right? Yeah.
awesome. Um, I do want to get so I do have an honorable mention for this one. It's another boss fight from Hollow Knight Silk Song. It's an honorable mention because I didn't actually fight him. But Shrine Guardian Seth, you do get him in Act 3. The whole thing about him is it's just a beautiful story. There was a fan of Hollow Knight who unfortunately had a terminal illness, and they gave him Team Cherry gave him the chance to design his own character, and they put him in the game, and his name was Seth. And yeah, that's just you don't hear like stuff like that a lot, and I just thought that's beautiful. And honestly, like he's a boss fight you get, and then he becomes a merchant, and that's awesome. That's just like that's always like to be memorialized in something like that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And obviously the person is no longer with us. He did pass away. So dude, respect. That's so cool to have him memorialized like that. And I had to call that out because I'm not a monster. My next one up here is one that actually it's like probably the most negative thing I hear Ernest say about the game, and that's the Higgs boss fight in Death Stranding 2. It's incredible. Is it hard? No. Is it essentially like you just go through the motions and you're gonna win? Yes. But everything you see there visually, on top of just like the electric guitar, like they're literal electric guitars. It's awesome. It's so epic. It's so ridiculous. Like, dude, if you play this on like too many, you're dead. You're gonna die. It's just gonna be too much. And then a baby shows up and eats Higgs, and it's awesome, and it's so cool. And then he gives you the thumbs
Giant
up,
baby.
and then it's over. And dude, like it's epic. It's epic, 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 and I absolutely love it. But my winner here goes to a DLC from this year. Lies of P Overture put out a DLC this year. And this is the year because I did go through I did this and then I went ahead and I beat the game and I did the different ending because I never fought the Nameless Puppet. So I did fight him. And for my money, Nameless Puppet is still incredibly hard. Incredibly hard.
Ah,
But and I'm gonna spell
you
this
beat
out
him?
and we're gonna what? I did beat
Okay.
him. Arlecchino. Arlecchino.
Lecchio.
What?
Sounds like a Lecchio.
But there's an R in there. Arlecchino, the Blood
Arlecchio.
Artist. He's essentially like Liza P's version of Jack the Ripper, uh, with a Dark Souls twist, because he's insane, and he does have a title. He is a character that you don't get to know too well in the main game, and it's awesome. The reveal of who he is, I thought was just so cool because it's honestly like one of. It's not like the biggest question because it's like it's a character that I was just like we see him well we don't you never see him, you only hear his voice. um I was just like this is interesting. I don't I Because when you hear him the first time you're like this sounds so familiar, and then you learn oh this is that guy, and then you get him to the final part, and I know it's a two phaser and you're given a support character, like there's somebody fighting this guy with you, so it is easy to be like no dude you fight Nameless Puppet by yourself. And obviously, whatever's hardest for you, it's 100% not going to be the same for everybody. And I'm not at all saying because I struggled with this more doesn't mean I didn't struggle with the Nameless Puppet. That dude still whooped me for a good bit. But this just when you get him to the second phase and you're kind of confident because you're like, oh, dude, I have my support character. She stops. And it just goes and it's insane. And he has attacks that take up the whole arena. And I'm just like, what do you want me to do? It's just there were points where I didn't think I was going to beat it. And I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I did because there a lot of DLCs can kind of taper off when you finish the final boss, and it's just like okay, go back to the main game. But you do get some cutscenes because this is in the past. In true Dark Souls fashion, this takes you to the past of Liza P. You learn about things before Geppetto doing his stuff. Um, and this whole DLC is hard as hell. And you get to the final bit, you beat this guy, you get your cutscenes, you see a different like because you already know Geppetto's a bad guy, but you see like oh you man like I He's a monster. He's an absolute monster. But you also learn more about the king of the puppets because you know that that's like that puppet that inside the giant puppet and whatnot. You learned about his relationship with Carlo and everything, and it just adds so much to the lore and story that's already there. It's incredible. It adds so much. I definitely recommend playing it. Again, it's hard. It's difficult. And on top of that, like you have to play through almost the whole game before it lets you access it. So it's tough. But dude, so good. And Eliza P, great time, man. Nominate that shit for music, you dummy.
It's so good. It's so good.
But
And
you're
the
up
way
there.
it's featured in there too,
Yeah,
for sure.
so good.
Um, all right. So I also have Takezo on
I
mine as
figured.
well from
Too
Ghost of
good.
Yote.
Too good.
That's there's some great boss fights in there,
Yeah.
especially with the Yote Six, and I already expressed my admiration for that group
Yeah.
and their dynamics and just the different things that go into it. There's some awesome boss fights. Even the snake right away off the is dope. Is dope, you
Yeah.
know. But this one, I love the leading up to it as
Yep.
well, going and having those duels
Dude, it's so
at the
cool.
different
It's
dueling
so
trees is
cool. Yeah,
so
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, and everybody's like looking for this dude, and then he disguises himself for a little bit. He's like, oh, that guy must be pretty good, huh? And like it's him the whole time,
He's a
and
vagabond.
and but yeah, when the climax is there at the top of the mountain, and you have that view in the background, and the way the blood paints
Yep.
a like a picture of the battle in the snow,
Yeah.
like it's beautiful. It's it's by far the most challenging fight that you're going to have in
I
that
would say
game,
so.
at least I
I
think so.
agree. No,
Easy.
I agree. Yeah, yeah,
um
absolutely.
and to beat it just feels so good. I was lucky enough that I already had the uniform, the costume that's going to like help you with the cold
Yep.
and stuff. And so I was able to do it in my first run, like going
Nice.
up there the first
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
But it took me a lot of tries. And I actually uploaded that fight to TikTok and all our socials and stuff
I
like
was gonna
that.
say it's
And
everywhere. Yeah, yeah.
I won with hardly any life left.
Yeah.
Like I just got that. Yeah.
And
So,
those are the
and
best
it took
ones.
a lot of like changing out different equipment and
Yeah.
stuff like that too. So,
Switching out when
yeah.
he switches
Okay.
out and stuff. Yeah,
I feel tired just talking about that fight.
yeah.
And
He's at rest now. He can't
um,
hurt you, Ernest. He can't hurt you.
so this next one is from Night Rain, and it is Libra, Creature of Night.
Okay.
He is the motherfucker you make the deals with.
Oh, that's
And
right. Yeah.
that fight is just so different than
It is
all
very
the other
different.
boss fights that you have in that game.
Mhm.
This is a game with a lot of badass boss fights.
Yeah.
They're really cool, especially considering you see a lot of stuff come in from Elden Ring. You see a
Right.
lot of things
Dark
come in
Souls.
from Dark Souls and stuff, but this one just really stood out to me
Mhm.
as unique in the library of all of them.
For sure.
And then taking into account the whole deal making part,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you can make this more difficult, you can make it a little bit easier on yourself depending on those choices that you make. And it's awesome. It's
It is
awesome. It's
awesome.
so cool. And it's like so appropriate for it to be a madness thing because like it'll drive you mad trying to beat it. It's
Yeah.
awesome. So I too have as a nominee the Higgs final battle.
Damn right.
Um,
Damn right.
I wish it wasn't as easy. Is the only thing. I wish they made me work for it a little bit more. It is very
You
much a
have to deliver
cinematic
so many
experience,
packages to get to this point.
but it is an awesome experience.
It is.
Although it is mostly just cinematic, and you hit a
Right.
button once in a
100%.
while.
It's fan service.
But it's great, man. And
Yeah.
because like I said, Higgs will make you hate him,
Right.
and you want to make him pay. And I didn't think it was gonna be with an electric guitar, but sure, let's
Or a
do
baby
this.
eating
The
him. Yeah.
whole giant baby thing, like,
No one. No one could have guessed it.
and there's a whale, and you're crying,
And now you're
and
crying. Oh God.
and dude, it's just such a trip, but it easily stands out as one of the most unique and the most fun boss battles like
Absolutely.
throughout the year. So,
Absolutely.
but Renoir,
Renoir.
he exists. He has a couple of good fights actually. The
Yeah.
first time we fight him in front of the mansion, when he brings out the big tiger motherfucker for the first time
Oh,
in
and
that
that's when
like
you hear the
cave stuff,
song. It's so good. It's so
right?
good.
And then you have the final battle as well. And there's so much going on in that, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. You have titans battling each other in the back. The paintress has your back. Your mom shows back up. All these things are happening. There's
It's crazy.
emotions
It's
just
crazy.
flying everywhere. There's debris flying at you from them like throwing stuff at you. And the whole time the music's just going, baby.
Incredible.
It's just
Incredible stuff.
going. And even the aftermath of this, like what it leads into, and oh dude, like you fighting him in the first place is like it's not what Verso wants to do and
Right.
stuff like this. Like, oh dude, it's so much going on
It
there, and it
is.
all just like culminates to this beautiful, beautiful fight that's so meaningful to the story. And like I thought about putting the Pinterest up here. I
Yeah.
thought about putting the Siren up here as well. Because that's just a beautiful fight. It's like a dance. It's like a dance,
A hundred
you know.
percent.
But yeah, there's just too much writing on this one. Story wise, it was also difficult to beat in the first place. Like you
Yeah.
got to
Yeah.
be
It's not
good.
easy.
You got to
Yeah.
be
Yeah. Yeah.
pretty good. You got to be pretty leveled up. You know. So yeah, yeah, I got to go with Renoir on
Fair
this one.
enough. Fair enough. Good stuff there, man. Now, this next one is going to be the last mention of new games because we will then be going into the older stuff. So, for most of these, anything that's been talked about before, I'm going to kind of go just not spend too much time on because, like, specifically one of these, I don't think there's anything else I have to say on it. So, I'll just do that because literally the first one I have up here for best new IP. You cannot have a specific thing on here. So Claire Obscure Expedition 33 has to be on your list. It has to be. So yeah, I do have that on here for every reason we've talked about so far. One we have not talked about is Lost Records Bloom and Rage, which is my second one on here. I did find it a little lacking, and I did say my review score for it would go down if we didn't get a follow-up part, and we'll just go ahead and say it's gone down. But it is still going for something because I mean, they no longer have the rights to Life is Strange. They're doing their own thing. And I respect that. And I do think there is a heart at the story of this game that is so good and it's so important. And I do think I want more of it. Does it have to be with these same characters? No. I do still think, hey, man, put out that there's something more to be told with the story here. I really, really think there's a little more you could do. Um, and don't do the thing of like, oh, there's gonna be a comic coming out, and like what? Like, granted, I love
Yeah,
comics, but that crap's a cop out. Come on now. Um, but regardless, more stuff like this. I would love to follow up to this, even with the new characters or whatnot. Maybe that's how we learn about what happened if you go in the hole or whatever. But it's a worthy game. It's a good game. Trying to do some great things, and I mean it's the first installment in whatever this is, and I respect that. My next one up here is Dispatch. Everything we said earlier. It's a great game. I love the narrative. I love the story. Gameplay could use maybe less RNG. I feel like there's enough there to not really like need the RNG. Like if I
yeah,
fit the shape, maybe let me stay there. But
yeah,
outside of that, as we said before, we both want more in this world. Any way we can get it. I say that. Also, don't do the comic thing. I already know there's like a digital comic out there for this, like you can get with the deluxe edition. It makes sense. It's a superhero world. I want these voice actors, man. I want this world. Give it to me. And then my last one here is Blueprints. It was not my favorite thing. I have a lot of respect for games like this. But when I talk about like I talk about Metroidvanias all the time of like I have to be in the mood to get lost because it's gonna happen.
right.
It's gonna happen. This is that times like 30. Like it's not even getting lost. You're always lost until you've beaten the game.
Yeah,
Like you're continuously lost. You start lost trying to figure out where the fuck to go. Because you're gonna be given your objective, like, but especially specifically with this game, like, oh, but it's not a straight and narrow thing. The RNG is can be rough, stuff like that. I don't know if I will end up going back to it because even somebody as high on it as Justin didn't love it. Like, not enough to keep going with it. And like I do have a lot of respect for it though, and games like it. And yeah, just had to give that a shout out here. But my winner for this, it's Expedition 33. Like this we obviously made this award long before we knew this game existed, but like everything that we're wanting to celebrate for a brand new IP, it's as much as I love spreading the wealth, giving it to this, giving it to that, giving it to this, you can't deny it. Like it's a debut indie. Hi, obviously there's multiple awards. I obviously was like, oh, it's gonna win, but like debut indie, I was like, bro, it's like
But it really puts it in perspective of like the people that achieved this, you know,
right,
like
a hundred
it's
percent, a hundred
crazy.
percent. Yeah, and
It's crazy.
obviously they 100% deserve it. I'm not saying they don't, but yeah, just yeah, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Well, what do you got, Ernest?
All right. So I too have Dispatch on my list here. We love
Surely
it.
that's the only thing we have
It's
matched on
just
here.
great.
It is.
It's great,
It
man.
is.
It's so good. It's so good. I threw Arc Raiders on here
Respect.
actually.
Okay.
It frustrates me. It's a real bummer losing all that
It
equipment,
is.
man.
It is.
But oh, when it's good, when it
It's a
hits,
high.
you know,
Yeah.
it is very good, and it's obviously it has lots of momentum that doesn't seem to be dying down anytime soon.
They just
They're
got a new update.
continuing
Yeah.
to update and stuff like
It's
this, and
wintry.
I think they're doing a great job, man. When it comes to live service games, like people hated on the $40 like the whole Concord thing for like that whole plan, you
Yeah.
know, even though
That
uh
came out after
what is it
Helldivers.
called? Yeah, Helldivers was already a thing, and I don't know why people were just like, "Oh, this is the worst model ever." It keeps working. It was just that game that
It's
did.
just because it was a hero shooter.
uh, okay, but I mean, I feel like there's going to be a hero shooter that's going to be
Yeah,
good.
no, I know.
That's going to come out for
But
$40, and we get this kind of model, and
well,
like, yeah,
so
we
the
get
thing about
decks or
that, and we
whatever.
talked about this before, is the problem when you put out your hero shooter is the fact that the other hero shooters are free.
The competition, yeah,
They're
yeah.
free. It's just like that's tough. But yeah, absolutely going.
Are there? I wonder if there's like free extractions. Anyway, um,
I don't know.
there's
At least
probably.
not for
Oh,
us.
Firebreak kind of. Is that an extraction shoe? We still not sure.
That's also not free. We just played that on the subscription.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Game
That's
Pass.
a
Shout
thirty
out to
nine
Game
ninety nine
Pass,
dollar
baby.
game.
Game Pass helped me out a lot this year, and I appreciate y'all. All right, and it runs smoother than ever. I like that too.
Yeah,
So, another one that I have on here, and actually, it's one that I played on Game Pass. Avowed. You talked about
respect.
it a little bit earlier. Like we said, they're doing a lot of good out here. Outer
Obsidian did it.
Worlds, I'm a fan of that whole universe. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
we had a good time with Grounded. I know you even hopped on the pre-release stuff for
2.
Grounded 2,
Mhm.
and you enjoyed what you saw there. It only gets better, right?
Yeah,
So,
so much more convenient.
but it's really cool to see them go the fantasy route, you know, and the way that they were able to pull it off with that combat for it to feel so
The
sharp
magic was so
is it's really cool, man.
so
Because like
clean.
you know, you can do the whole battle mage thing, like the whole
Yeah,
Skyrim thing, but it
yeah,
doesn't feel this fresh, and it shouldn't because we are so much further into the
right.
future. Like,
Absolutely,
use the technology. This is what you should be doing, but you did a good job at it for
absolutely.
sure. But yeah, it's silly not to give it to Claire Obscure.
100%. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's just like
yeah, man.
it's
But
by
whatever we get
definition.
next from this universe, like it has to be a hit. It has to be a hit. Like it's
Does it? I don't know. I'm just saying
mm-hmm.
they work for a
No, I
reason.
mean it's not going to take anything away from this, but like
Oh no, no.
knowing that we're
I'm just
getting new
playing.
things in this universe, like they said they're going to keep going. It's just not Expedition 33. I'm ready for more Clear
Oh,
Obscure
for
stuff.
sure, for sure. And I do
Yeah,
obviously innocent. What's the like a little extreme, but innocent till proven guilty. I have no reason to doubt them at this point.
right. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, for sure.
but let's do it, man. Main event time.
All right.
Final award. Anyone who's made it this far, we love you. Like I get it. This was a lot. This was a lot. We're on the main event, the final award. We're done talking about new releases. Let's take a look back. This is the one where we really don't know what each other's are. We might have some idea because obviously we're nerds. We'd let each other know, hey, dude, I beat this game today, like and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
favorite game of the year, not from this year. The only thing needed for that is it's a game that cannot have released initially in 2025. Um, so up for me, my first one here is Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It's a PS Plus game they gave us way early at the beginning of the year. It has stuck with me. I absolutely loved it. I did not get the plat because I had a little scare. What?
I played it too
You did.
this year
And you got the
after
plat.
you.
Yes.
What? I forgot about that.
It's okay. It's completely fine. Because I had a scare because I left my PlayStation running for a night because there's a trophy where you have to like let it run for like so many hours, and like my PlayStation shut off, and I was like, I'm never doing this again. I got so scared. But yeah, Stanley Parable, what it's doing with its narrative, the way you interact with it, and like the meta-ness of it, and literally they incorporate their own Steam reviews into the game. It's so good. My next one up here is Grounded. We did play Grounded for the first time this year. Justin was the big pusher for it, and it was great. It was a lot of fun to the point where like I had never considered playing this. I'm very excited for two, especially now that I've touched the early access stuff. I think we're gonna have a better time, a smoother time, and that's just it's awesome. It's literally the definition of a sandbox, but I guess we could just call it a backyard. But granted, two is in a whole ass park, and that's pretty crazy. That's gonna be so big. My next one up here is Elder Scrolls Skyrim. You can't not have it on here. It's old, it's gold. It's so good. How many times can they release it? I don't know, but whatever, how many releases it took, I finally beat it. Um, I did get the like because it's like $10 to enhance it for the PS5 version. It has a little extra content, and I did do that. I had all the DLC and everything. I had two kids. I had a wife. I married a werewolf woman, and she is watching my
Right.
children in a home, and she gets really mad about the because I love the area. It's overlooking this beautiful river. I originally started this playthrough when we were you go listen when we reviewed House of the Dragon season one.
That's right. Yeah, you
I
want to
was like, I
something with
need something
dragons.
fantasy, and that's when
Yeah.
I built my house. I spent like 10 hours building my house, getting my kids over here, getting my wife, and everything. And I'm like, they're so protected because she's a werewolf. She doesn't transform for that, but in my mind, she does. But it's just like that's such a small part of it, and like just the whole journey, everything you know about Elder Scrolls, especially Skyrim. It's really easy to crap on it now because like yeah, they've released it. I can't count. I don't know so many times, and like it's ridiculous, but it is good. It's more than good. It's
It's
great. Like it's
and
so
because
great.
it was such a thing when it came
A
out. It
hundred
was an
percent.
event.
And guess
Yeah,
what? I bought it day one. I just never finished it because I didn't
same.
know how to play it properly. Apparently, I
Same.
got to the final fight, and I died in one hit to that dragon. It's just like, oh, fun fact. I have an Alduin pup.
Ah,
Um,
nice.
I like him because he reminds me of a Midir from Dark Souls 3. It's just a big black dragon. But yeah, dude, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, like I see why Skyrim Granny was
DVD.
on there. She was doing great. She was doing so good in that world.
Yeah, with her butterflies and stuff.
Yeah, very sad she
So
retired
cute.
from it, but I respect it. Next up here, one of the worst games I've ever played, but I put it on here, and that is Ghost of Tsushima. It's great. It's so good. I can never touch it again now that Yote's out. Um,
Mhm.
but I enjoyed my playthrough. It gutted me with the horse again, and where I left Jin was right there playing the little flute right next to his grave. And now we know where he went after that. Oh no, he left the grave. It's fine. You got to move on, right? Um, but yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. Everything you've heard, everything you've experienced, it is great. I won't outright. For me, Yote just hit more marks story wise than Tsushima did. I've already talked about my. I do not have a disdain for Jin. It's just I do have a love for Atsu, and she's so awesome. But Jin was cool. Jin was cool. But my winner here, and it's not even like I was like as I was going through this, I was like, oh man, like as I was playing the game, I was like, this is gonna be it. And that's Liza P, baby. That's Liza fucking P. Liza P is so good. It's so good. Second time around, going through doing the actual ending to fight the nameless puppet. Justin
Yeah.
telling me you can't do it, and I did it. And yeah, what's up, motherfucker? Like it's so good, dude. The story's great, and like I said, it only adds more to it playing the DLC. Strongly recommend that DLC because the next thing we're getting from this is a sequel. They have not outright said it, but most likely that's going to be the Wizard of Oz stuff, with the girl clicking her heels and stuff like that. So we'll see what that ends up being, but I'm very much excited for it because Lies of P is just one of the best like Souls likes I've ever played, ever touched, and yeah, it's just gonna be a banger. Um, but yeah, man, very much looking forward to it. Um, and that is just my game of the year right there. That's not from this year. Ernest, can you hear me? Oh man. One moment, folks. Let me see if I can get him back in here. 'Cause apparently he got kicked. It's still showing him here. Um, man. I'm going to. Okay. I'm sorry, folks. It did not work out the way we thought. He's been having a lot of computer issues lately, as you can probably noticed throughout this recording. Um, but there is a good chance we're going to have him record his final award as its own thing. And that is going to be fine if we have to. I understand this is a long recording anyway. I know not a lot of people are even going to get to this point. But if any of you did, I greatly appreciate you. You're awesome. We're just nerds trying to do nerd things, man. You can find us on Twitter, Blue Sky, YouTube, obviously, it's gonna be on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. It's all under Life is Storytelling. On Twitter, it is at Life is Storytelling, or no, sorry, at is Storytelling. And yeah, we're just doing our best out here. I do plan on getting some new equipment next year. As we move into the new year, and also Ernest will be here in person, and we will not be doing this, needing to do this remotely as well, and then we can work on like putting stuff up with the video and everything there. But that is probably going to do it for us as he is trying to join in, and I don't think he is going to be able to. But thank you all for tuning in, hanging out. We appreciate any and all feedback. Let us know what your game of the year is. Again, if you made it to the end of this video, we love you. Please tune in for Ernest's TikTok about what his game of the year is that's not from this year. And yeah, thank you all for tuning in and hanging out, man. I hope you all have a great Christmas, great holiday, whatever you celebrate, and also a new year. We appreciate you and have a good rest of your day.